Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome for our finals in the SEA Qualifier here for MDL Macau. Both teams, both TNC and Mineski, eager and hungry for that shot at the $300,000 prize pool in December 8th, and of course for that 300 qualifier points as well. I'm Hades, all the way from Singapore, and today I will have a very, very special guest caster, Mr. D2 Bowie, all the way from Brazil. Hello, Bowie. Still muted in Discord?
Hello, how are you doing?
Welcome, welcome. Alright, so we have here two extremely strong teams, both team brands, obviously, no strangers to the world, but who are you rooting for here, man? Tell me, what can we expect from this series?
Both teams, they're pretty strong, but it's hard to disregard the last results from Mineski. Those guys are doing great. I feel like it's gonna be close. I didn't really expect TNC to eliminate Fnatic, even especially after results. But I mean, after eliminating Fnatic, I feel like TNC probably all going for them. Probably very pumped to finally qualify against Mineski, big tournament like MDL.
For sure, for sure. And for the Jabs and ISIS, these guys, they were playing for Faceless pre TI7. Has to be a bit of a grudge match going on, between these players. You can feel the history coming up. So, I mean, obviously these guys, they don't want to deny TNC the chance at qualifying for such a huge LAN. And TNC just haven't exactly been the same ever since, Kips left them. Maybe, 1437 trying to bring them into a different direction. And it seems to be starting to work out. Hopefully, we'll see if TNC can upset Mineski. I mean, I told you earlier on, I want to root for TNC. I want to root for the underdogs because Mineski have just been so dominant. Are you rooting for Mineski this series?
I'm rooting for Mineski because, like, look at their heroes, dude. They play offlane Visage. They pick Ogre now. I'm a big fan of Ogre. I'm glad he's back in the meta now that Luna Terrorblade is strong. And they already went for the Ogre. So it's kind of hard not to go with them. I'm sorry, TNC.
No, man, you don't have to be sorry for this. See, this is how we keep things interesting. So, of course, thank you guys for tuning on here to the Beyond the Summit channel, Beyond BTS2, for some good old SEA Dota. And I agree with you, especially when you mentioned about the Ogre with Luna coming up, Terrorblade, of course. TNC, one interesting thing they actually have run, which I saw yesterday, was running both Chaos Knight and Terrorblade, the ultimate illusion cancer.
They went with the OG special, huh?
Yeah, and they won that game too. That was sick. Right? Ooh.
I'm quite pumped. Oh, and they went with the Winter Wyvern Beastmaster. So, what's your opinion on the new Beastmaster? Feel like pretty strong?
Yeah, I think it's quite good, right? I mean, a wild access. Now that it amps damage as well, and you have the extra summon for the neutral creep at level 4, and you like Call of the Wild. I think it's really good. And I find it interesting, like, Winter Wyvern first pick. I realized one thing. I realized the big difference, at least for the top 4 teams in C compared to other teams, is that they actually adapt the meta. They adapt to the meta or reshape it in C much quicker than other teams. Like Winter Wyvern, I realized in China especially, it's becoming a first pick, something which we didn't see in the previous patch. So, Mineski actually would go back for that tiny pick. It'll be an ice tiny. I'm not sure if you watched the previous games recently, but like Ice, Ohio, everyone's offlane tiny. Everyone's been spamming tiny.
Okay, yeah, I saw the tiny spam, but the NA teams are pretty much playing it in safe lane. Quite curious to see how he plays it in the offlane.
Safely.
I do like the Ogre here. Oh, he actually plays tiny in the safe lane.
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, in this case, no. It's
aggro try.
Yeah, it's just a single. It's just solo laning in that hero, and in some situations, I think they prefer to go aggro tri lanes, and that's where they would put Tiny into like a safe lane situation, but still playing as a pause 3. It's interesting though, because like you talk about how in NA they play in the safe lane, right? But I don't know. I feel like some players for a while, even Tim's for TNC, he's played it as a 4. So it's interesting to see like people are trying to experiment to find out where's the optimum role for this new Tiny.
This hero is so weird because like you read the changes and it's like there's no way this hero is better than the old Tiny, but pub win rate and even like if you watch like every team speaking Tiny, there's something there. Which is crazy. When I read those changes, I was like, there's no way this hero is viable now. But tree grab, apparently it's a good skill.
But that's the good thing about Dota right now, isn't it? Is that even before the two heroes are in captain's mode, there's still many heroes which are suddenly being brought back. Like for example, Shadow Shaman was such a hot pick, but that hero's basically been taken out for a while. Lion's back in the meta, which is it's good. You know, I've always wondered what happened to Lion, especially with all these illusion picks usually coming out. But okay, let's take a let's.
I do like the Slider pick here. Beastmaster, that's quite potent.
Oh, that's true.
Slider now being buffed a lot, and I mean you have a tiny hero with 0 armor, so when you pair that up with some Slider attack speed, that he's gonna suffer.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, so yeah, I agree with you, especially on that part. Like the Slider and Beastmaster synergy with that's a lot of amp, and if you get both access, I would say it actually opens up Roche potential as well, doesn't it? Like
yeah,
they can burst heroes down really fast. But one thing they are lacking in
and also
mix, right?
you can corrosive haze whoever you want with the Wyvern, and that you just melt. Well,
Yeah, that's true.
potential heroes.
Whew. Lots of team fight, lots of pick off at the same time. And Mineski's still not showing much though. They just pick up the tiny, leave it there. Who knows? Maybe Jabs decides to pick it up for himself. But let's talk about the bans a bit, because I mean it's so far the highlight of this qualifier has been the Omni Knight pick. TNC, they run it on Sam Hage, Ohio as well. I know Eric from Fnatic, the manager, he was saying that this hero is super strong. He said it's so broken at the moment. Max degen, max purification. Do you see that clowny build? Just Yule Scepter, Sanch, and Yasha. He runs at like 492 movement speed.
Yeah, I saw it. And you get the 90 damage, level 15. The hero is pretty strong.
10 seconds remaining.
Actually, which tournament was I
5
watching?
seconds
I
remaining.
guess it was Frog. Yeah, I'm not sure. But Omni Knight is actually being picked in all regions, and strong. It's actually funny to see first band, as we saw here, and we saw the Huskar being played yesterday by.
Yeah, that was against
Benny as
the
well here.
Albert Meepo. That was one heck of a game. Showing.
Yeah.
And you know, of course, TNC since TI6, where they've always run the Huskar Oracle. I was actually surprised that Fnatic let that through. You know, maybe Envy was like, thought they could play against it. It's Abed Meepo anyways. So let's see. Okay, but the Vengeful Spirit coming out again, there was a bit of controversy. I'm not sure if you watched that Mineski versus Fnatic series, the best of 5. They actually put Nana on the Vengeful Spirit that game, taking out the Medusa because, you know, both Mushi and Cuckoo can both play it. In fact, TNC have actually usually kept it to the second phase. They like to pick the Medusa themselves.
Yeah, it's a hot. I like the Medusa ban. I mean, you have a tiny, you have we don't know which card they're gonna go for here, but if they go with a melee, do you feel like this is core Venge, Mushi?
Should be. I mean, so far he's, at least for this Mineski roster, he's played it the most on this team compared to Nana.
TNC's turn to bat.
Tide Hunter.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's probably more. But now with the Tide, wait a minute.
I think
So
Jabs is playing
could
tiny.
This... Yeah. Then offlane ice, and they need a.
10 seconds
Okay, I'm confused.
remaining.
I think it's okay this game because pause for
5
tiny. Can you
seconds
imagine what you can do? You can throw the Tide Hunter, and this is some clowny stuff we're gonna expect here, Bowery. I mean, you throw in the Tide Hunter, he doesn't need a Blink Dagger. And because Kraken Shell
that's
is,
true.
you know, he's so thick with Kraken Shell, I believe he got a tiny buff. They've got a lot of negative armor. Lifestealer could actually melt quite fast here, but you know, TNC having the Slaughter Lifestealer with the Beastmaster, it's a very classic but slightly improved combo going out here. The only thing left to be said is the Cuckoo hero, right?
It gives them some team fight, which they were lacking, and
Dire
they
team
probably want to ban a mid hero now again for maybe something like a Mirana. I'm not sure if TNC plays a lot of Mirana.
They've played a lot of Queen of Pain on Cuckoo for sure. That's usually a hero which they tend to ban out against
10
TNC.
seconds
But
remaining.
in this case, maybe they feel like they can play against it, you know. I'm just really curious to see
5
how they're going to
seconds
lane this,
remaining.
because Ogre Magi and Vengeful Spirit isn't exactly the best at dealing with a Beastmaster, especially if they have like a Slaughter coming in, you know what I mean? Like Venge has decent laning presence, but against an aggro tri-lane usually struggles a lot.
And now if you're gonna pick a support in the last phase, you usually don't have like the top supports left for you. We saw Night Stalker being banned, Undying, all those Buki heroes. Let's see what they're gonna go for here. Probably something ranged.
TNC's
Maybe.
turn to pick.
Oh, wow, okay.
Oh.
Nana
So this is
Tinker.
a support Venge, huh?
Support
yeah.
Venge? I'm not sure, man. I actually still feel it could be a Venge safe lane.
Support Tiny?
Support Tiny. I think they've run it before. Like Tim's has, like I mentioned, Tim's has run Tiny as a 4. I know some players in SEA are still experimenting with
10
it, especially in the
seconds
high
remaining.
MMR range, like the 7K games. I've seen a couple of pods for Tinies. It's
5
very hard.
seconds
But like I
remaining.
said, you know, like you could toss Tidehunter in for a good Ravage. Well, that's gonna be fun, man. But picking the Tinker into Beastmaster, that's interesting because they have decent heroes at catching the Tinker. TNT, okay.
Yeah, what I'm confused actually is you usually get the Ogre to actually enable your teammates, and if you end up with a Tidehunter Tinker lineup, it feels like I don't know if maybe if they just play a spellcasting type of Ogre. But well, let's see. I mean, they're gonna have this very buffed Vengeful Spirit with Bloodlust, and they went with the Shadow Fiend.
Yeah,
I'm actually liking TNC's lineup more, honestly. They
I don't
feels like
blame
it has a purpose.
I don't blame you. I mean, TNC, look at how much amp they have. Lifestealer and Cuckoo
Yeah.
are both going to hit like trucks, especially with the new Shadow Raises, where every stack amplifies damage. So you take that with Corrosive Haze, the Wild Access. Oh my god, TNC are... Yeah, I'm feeling the TNC draft here, Bowie. I'm feeling it very hard.
Yeah, and like Tinker lineups, they're so fragile. You can be the best Tinker player in the world, but it's 1 or 2 deaths and the game's over, you know? It's very hard to execute. And TNC's is more like, okay, let's win our lanes, let's secure map control, get Rosh, and let's push. Not a lot of finesse required. I'm going with TNC.
How are you now? Oh, dude, no, you don't do that to me, man. You were going with Mineski at the beginning, Bowie. But also...
No, I'm Mineski all the way. I'm Mineski all the way.
Mineski
Look
all
at
the
their
way.
combat. They're
Alright.
way better.
Oh, dude, not like this, man. Gotta believe. I mean, I'm sure the Filipinos in the chat will disagree with that. But
Oh, man.
actually, one thing I want to point out is also the biggest difference here, which will probably set apart these two teams, is that TNC have shorter cooldowns compared to the Mineski side. Because when you're playing around Ravage, before you every team fight, it's 2.5 minutes cooldown compared to, say, you're having
Prepare for battle.
Corrosive Haze, Roar, very short cooldown spells all around. The only long cooldown spell that TNC actually has is Requiem of Souls, which is like 2 minutes.
Yeah, and any wasted Ravages could mean an easy erosion for TNC because of how strong their lineup against that. I'm curious to see how Mineski is gonna play this because it feels very hard. Maybe if they just stomp their lanes, actually here, the Tidehunter. Yeah, it's gonna depend on lanes. If they get good lanes, they can just push with March and Tidehunter tanking everything. If that doesn't happen, then it's gonna be... So yeah,
No problem.
you feel like they're gonna contest.
Yeah, it looks like they're considering it. Tim's is there as well.
30 seconds to battle.
Right now, this will be a very interesting series, not purely because of like the Mushi versus Raven or all that, but this will be an extremely huge matchup between Tims and Jabs. You know, these two are positioned for players who are both very famous in their aspects, which is why you saw the Earth Spirit ban. It's something which Tims is famous for on the international level as well. I mean, we've seen it at TI. This guy is just a beast in Earth Spirit.
Yeah,
So, contesting the rune.
my favorite Earth Spirit player, dude. That guy is...
What? Oh, it's not
The battle
Jarex?
begins.
No, it's actually him. There wasn't a game, VP versus the OTNC. That game was so insane, dude. They almost won and they were like 20k goal behind.
Okay, okay. I
Oh my
remember
God,
that game.
guys.
I remember that game. That was...
Yeah, was I guess, what's the name of that tournament? The major, the German major.
Was it Frankfurt or...
Yeah, Frankfurt major. Quite sure.
Not while I'm around.
But how do you feel about this mid lane, by the way? Because you see Jabs and 1437, the pause for Tiny, not something which you often see, even though it's something which is being experimented with.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he's gonna get tree grab. I saw like one game where there was a level 1 Tiny just like throwing trees at the mid lane. It was so funny. I like the position Tiny when you have a lot of toss targets. They don't have a Slardar here. They don't have a lot of level 1 toss play. So this is why I'm like 100%. This tiny pick. Maybe he just gets 3 grab and M's.
Maybe. I mean, they could easily kill this top lane right here. You know, you get magic missile stun, get some negative armor from the wave as well. Heroes might fall here, but they are quite tanky still.
If you can throw the enemy in your allies, then that's possible. Let's see if he has boots. So that's actually possible. Let's see if he can. Maybe throw Shadow Fiend into the Tinker. Having a tough time.
Isn't that's a quick way for a Requiem, right? I don't know.
level 1.
Yeah. But I mean, also it's interesting. Like at least in this off lane here, leaving Ice on the Tidehunter against Lifestealer. You know, Tidehunter usually has a huge advantage against melee heroes because of Anchor Smash. What do you think about this matchup, though? Do you think
it's quite even because you have Feast, so it kind of balances out, especially in your levels. He just needs to take care and not get actually. But most of the time, he's not gonna get a lot of denies, but he's gonna CS fine. You have extra 24 of the Quelling Blade, and then Conjure Mesh level 1 is you can actually. It's decent. You can trade hits with Tidehunter. Maybe he needs to fire more regen, but it's gonna be fine.
I mean, it's just Ice things, right? He doesn't care about CS. He just wants to mess around, troll Raven. But middle lane, meanwhile, you know.
Yeah, if he forces Raven,
they use the scan.
Yeah, another Tango is already quite a.
They did use the tree grab again, like you said. You know, he's just waiting here. He could even toss him back to Nana if he times it right.
Yeah, I want to see that. They can get a kill because Tinker is probably he's like skipping. He's saving his point. If he get if Tiny gets a good throw, he is in the mid. For
sure.
He has 135.
They actually used the scan for that earlier on. They just wanted to make sure because they knew what Jabs was trying to do. So the scan being used early on, you know, a bit of a disadvantage just in case for later on.
Tiny.
He's going, man.
Oh.
That right click is way superior here. Oh, he's actually tossed him back to the range creep. Oh, what else? No? Oh, never mind. Seems actually came in, but I mean,
only level 1 miss.
He still has rockets, but yeah, they wouldn't have gotten the kill. Like you said, they're very far.
Yeah. One thing, like, the bad thing about this change is the fact that you get the tree. I find it so cute, little Tiny. Just grabbing.
I know what you mean.
It's the best part about this.
It's like way too big for him.
Yeah, I mean, the safe lane for Mineski is doing quite well. Actually, all their lanes are doing quite well. So I feel like they have a good chance in the mid game here. They just need yes. Possible from TNC.
Bottom lane. Raven getting a bit low, trading hits of ice. Oh, that one was close. I mean, both have 1 charges, they still have the Salve and Ice, so still okay. He actually went back into the Orb of Venom, something which I realized a lot of offlaners are doing, just to trade the hits, and not to mention because it's fatal now. So you can actually still die from the Orb of Venom in the final tick. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, so far it's still pretty quiet. 4 minutes and a half in, still 0-0, but Shadow Fiend is actually ahead of the Tinker in terms of CS.
Yeah, but 14 denies. So he actually ahead in experience. Quite funny.
Still okay, and Tinker has slightly faster farming potential compared to a Shadow Fiend. Shadow Fiend can clear camps, but you know, Tinker is always going to be able to push the waves out much quicker. Level 3 laser. Oh, that's not fun to play into.
Yeah, that really makes Shadow Fiend consider going to the jungle. He probably wants level 5 though, because your mana use that's what's better. And Tiny is still trying to go for that.
Yeah, how many
he
times
doesn't know about that ward.
He's actually rotated past the middle lane several times just to scare Cuckoo. But I mean, considering how things are, Cuckoo is still getting decent CS, matching up against Tinker. But like you said, you know, Fairy's in more region. I wonder how long before we see Mineski rotating the off lane around. Once you get Ravage up on Tidehunter, perhaps?
They could rotate against Beastmaster here, but I feel like he just wants to farm. He maybe wants to go for the counterplay if Beastmaster ever... Oh, nice toss back for the Joker.
They have the Avalanche as well. Samage could be dying here. First blood Very nice and easy up with the avalanche kill. One more, and Jabs gets first blood. Pause for tiny works, guys. Coming to your next pub. Middle lane, they were going to try to jump here into Nana middle lane. They actually get the crash with the Arctic Burn slow. And of course, with the Razors, popping the Fairy Fire. Oh, Tim's getting Nana, but alright. Can Jabs get... He needs one more hit. He can toss someone to the Shadow Fiend? Toss him? Oh, he doesn't have high ground vision. And 1 for 3-7 will get the kill into Jabs. Meanwhile, Ice picking up an Arcane Rune, but still 2 for 1. Very nice rotations coming out. If they had a high ground ward, perhaps they could have gotten Cuckoo right there. He just got the mana for it as well.
The thing is, they had a high ground ward, but when Jabs went for that ward, TNC already had a ward spotting it, so you can see that they dewarded quite fast, and there was no play for Jabs. So quite unlucky. He was going for those plays, and the reason he was failing all the time is because TNC had a high ground ward. Well,
Yep,
and now
rotating to the top. Raven wants to get Mushi, but he saw the TP, so he just got out. But still, this will mean that Ice gets a solo lane to himself. Arcane Rune means he can also push the wave out quite fast. Interesting though that he went for the 3 points into Kraken Shell instead of going for Ravage, which kind of means that he wants to emphasize on laning a lot more.
Yeah. It's just, you know, rotating there, the pace of the game really doesn't allow him to rotate. There's no one really in there in Mineski safe lane. And Shadow Fiend's quite a fast hero, it's quite an obvious rotation. Just what's happening. And maybe from level 6 onwards, just save.
They've got the stun. Wow, okay. And they have the avalanche. They don't even need it. Actually, hold on, 1 for 3-7. Still staying alive for a while more, but he will end up going down to Jabs as well. So that's just one way of doing smoke ganks, right? Tossing your other support in. I like the synergy. They're gonna try and invade the jungle as well. Oh, Shrine just got used.
I'm gonna find teams here.
Oh, TPs are coming in. Looks like Ninja Boogie probably going to die here, looking for the TP. Yeah, no way. No, okay, yeah, he does. There's no way he survives that. Cuckoo had the razors. He's gonna pick up the regen rune as well. Perfect timing.
Jabs being chased.
Yep. Oh, the boar slow. Jabs. Actually tossing him back.
Nice.
But the body blocks from Sam. Hey, Ravage is gonna come out to save Jabs. 3-man Ravage when defensive Ravage, not the way you want to use it like that. The first one of the game.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that Jabs, right, honestly. He does save Jabs, but, you know, just to support Tiny. You just want to toss people.
Oh, that was clowny though. This is why I said when the Tiny pick came up for Jabs, I was like, alright, we're gonna see some fun stuff. I'm still waiting for that toss into a Ravage combo.
Are scanning.
Yeah, now it's gonna take a while since Ice used it, but he's doing quite well. He was going for the Mac on the side.
Stand middle lane and down goes Nana. They just dived to tier 1 for that.
Yeah, so this is why I feel like Tinker, it's kind of hard Tinker game, because you have Winter Weaver that can walk through trees, so he can find. You have Beastmaster on top of a Blinking Slardar in the mid game. It's very, very hard. TNC can probably start pushing some towers now.
Top lane, meanwhile, look at Raven. He's infested into the creep. They know he's there. They even pinged the creep out. Okay, he's actually out. Do they have the stun? Oh, never mind. They actually tried. They even brought Jabs in. Just throws a tree at Raven. Ouch. Actually, the damage is not that big on a 4 Tiny. I think if you pause 3, the tree grab would have hurt a lot more.
Yeah, it doesn't really do a lot of damage. But they're gonna take the tower. Pretty good.
I mean, this is one thing I want to point out first, is that Mushi, when he plays Venge, he actually maxes out the Vengeance aura. Like usually when you see Venge, they like to max out the Wave of Terror, max out the Magic Missile. It helps you fight a lot earlier. But his right click is not something to laugh at, because he maxed out his passive. He really likes the right click Venge compared to some would go for the 2-2.
And I like it here with the Tiny. Tiny has a lot of base damage, especially when he gets level 6. So it does synergize in that regard.
With the tree grab as well. Tree grab, dude. It's all about the tree grab.
That's true.
But okay, they do get the shot slow into Mushi as well with the Arctic Burn. Mushi going for a swappy onto Jabs, not the right hero, tossing him to Ninja Boogie. Avalanche comes out, look at this teamwork, saving Private Mushi. Jabs on the run, throwing the tree at Sam H. Mushi will still get 1 stun up to lifesteal. They're going to try and dive on the tier 1 for this, maybe not. TP out from Jabs already, and because of that teamwork and clowny tosses going on, Mushi actually survives that.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised he survived it. Because I felt like he was gonna swap Ogre, but he ended up going for a very suboptimal swap on his own
Dire's
tiny,
top
but
tower
it
is
worked
under
out.
attack.
But they're gonna lose the tower. Oh no, size with Ravage ready.
He wants to use it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Could end up getting a Ravager,
Follow up now.
but there's only 2 of them. He does not want to use the
There's no
Ravager.
follow up.
Meanwhile, Tinker, he does end up going for the March build in the end. So this way he wants to farm up into his BOTs. He's quite far behind the Shadow Fiend actually. Oh, Nana, not like this, Nana. Not like this. He's gonna end up dying here. Missiles come out with the rockets, getting the stun here to try right click Cuckoo down. Oh, the corner brace keeping him alive. The avalanche just in the nick of time. Tims, oh, he actually missed the toss. But Tims, he's gonna go for Nana. Nana will end die here under the tier 1 tower to Tims. 1-for-1 trade already, so can he get Tims? He's very fast at the sprint. He's gonna end up dying to the creep wave here. He gets the crush out, looking for the ignite and the toss. Jabs will get that kill, so it's gonna be a 2-for-1 trade. But once again, Nana's boots of travel will be delayed.
I really like that play because they knew Size TP top to hold the tower, and there was no response. So great dive coming from him.
A gift from the goddess.
And they're gonna have to rely a lot on this Venge Tide combo, but they have not been able to take any of the towers, even though the top and bottom are quite weak for the side of TNC. I'm just waiting for them to maybe smoke and try to use Ravage. 12 minutes, and we not seen a lot of toss Ravage combos yet.
Maybe they might try and find the jump here into Raven. They have the magic missile as well. Jabs is invis up. They just need to isolate him away from the creep wave. Raven's actually going for Mushi. He does not. Well, Slaughter's here as well. Yeah, they're avoiding this gank. Probably, I think they want to try and get the timing, at least with Nana, Tinker, BOTs, and the Ravage. This way they know they can secure some kills. But Jabs here put a ward down. They know the Slaughter invest combo is there. Tims, he's immediately out of there. Afraid that there was potentially a smoke gank coming that way. You can see 3 enemy heroes in this bottom lane.
And you were mentioning Mushi actually maxing Vengeance Aura. He always goes for the Mask of Madness, right?
Yes.
So I feel like it makes sense because like you're muted and stuff, so extra damage. Okay.
Looks like down goes Wyvern. Yep, ding ding ding. Ninja Boogie, full of luck. But they actually may end up finding one hero here, which will be Cuckoo. It'll be worth using Ravage here for this. Ravage will be used, landing onto 2. Doesn't know it hit the Slaughter though. He's gonna try to get the body blocks here onto Cuckoo. Invest. Hello, surprise! And never mind. Oh, actually they turned this around. Fish, big fish, run from small fish.
No man on toss.
Oh,
nice.
Oh, not on toss comes in, but it's alright.
Well, I mean, they did took tier 1 bottom, and it
top lane,
feels like
Ninja
they
Boogie.
have.
TP'd in, trying to save his tower, but look at all these summons. They are gonna get a tier 1 tower in this top lane. Middle, they will try for a trade of their own. Mushi pushes quite fast, surprisingly.
Yeah, the Mask of Madness, Vengeance Aura. Tiny with extra 48 damage. I mean, that's a lot, like, considering one skill is giving a level 7 hero 48 damage. It's nothing to laugh at. And, but they need to hold this tier 2 top.
Oh, top lane to get the crush. Cursive Haze already used into Ice. He has Kraken Shell. The TP's coming in. Only one though. It's gonna be Jabs. And still have 17 one charges here onto Ice. They will get the Avalanche here, trying to jump into Sam H. And they still have enough mana being used. Look at Ice. He's still perfectly fine. Jabs is gonna be trying to turn around here, but never mind. Perhaps they think about looking for more. I mean, Nana still does. Okay, he just got his BOT. It's on the courier. But this top lane, a lot of heroes, a lot of action being committed onto Ice, but he's just, once again too tanky. He will complete his mech very soon though.
I underestimated how tanky Tidehunter with the 25 damage as well. He was being slowed so much and he doesn't die. I feel like you can.
Oh no, I actually don't think that it was worth committing on him in that top lane. But what were you saying?
I don't know, everyone, because I always felt like Tidehunter was a hero, but he was not picked as much, and everyone's talking about the new combination of talents, the level 15 Anchor's Mash reduction and Kraken Shell level. So he's getting so much levels, and I feel like it's gonna be harder and harder to ice Tidehunter as the game go on. Because like Corrosive Haze is their big way of exploding targets, but he's always gonna be able to purge it off. Kraken, unless they go for something like Super Edge. Maybe, yeah, Shadow Fiend has the Shadow
on bottom lane. They're going to try jump into the slaughter. Gonna get the turnaround though. Good thing from the Requiem. Oh, actually tossing Mushi away to safety. Here comes Tinker coming in. Tim's inside the trees. They should be able to find his kill here. And Tim's, oh, they found him. The crush comes out, but that's alright. They get one already. And they don't want to find to the March. Ninja Boogie, he definitely wants to go back in though. Cuckoo will get infested in. Oh yeah, okay, now Raven gets infested into Cuckoo. And the Shadow Bait combo, they will run away.
Nice. 1 for 0.
I mean,
quite good.
Who knew, right? Like, Tiny was apparently this new meta defensive support who tosses your cores away to safety.
Yeah, ever since they changed the way that, like, usually you would get a random unit, you never try to toss, but now it's like the closest one that really made Mission Fort reliable. Can TNC Roche? Oh.
Not like this. They know that Sam H is alone. They get the avalanche with the gush, tossing him back all the way to Ninja Boogie. Oh la la, I love this a lot. This is so clowny, it's amazing.
Dire structures are fortified.
I mean, this is like I said, you know.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I said right, they're gonna have a lot of fun this game, and we're already seeing it. Jabs is clearly having fun here. And as a pause for Tiny, he's actually not that far behind to his next item, considering it's 17 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, he has 0 CS.
Radiant's top tower
Actually,
is under
closer.
attack.
No, I don't know. Actually,
Radiant
rather.
structures
Blink
are
Dagger.
fortified.
Huh, I'm surprised Teams has so much gold. Fit in.
Radiant's top tower is fallen.
Well, I mean, they're gonna have a Blink Dagger, so it's gonna be scary for Mineski. This Slaughter Blink Dagger initiation. I mean, Tidehunter can just dispel that corrosive haze.
And I mean, if he gets Greaves up, that's gonna help him even more, right? Like, you don't even have to worry about the Kraken Shell debuff in time. You can just dispel it straight away. Not to mention, I think if you're below a certain HP threshold, it increases your HP regen, something to consider. And actually, hold on, they found a Slaughter that's going to delay his Blink Dagger. You know, Mushi did go into the Shadow Bait, so this Shadow Bait build is super strong. Bottom lane, Raven can't do anything to the Tinker, and this is when Nana can start to farm up and scale so much better into the late game. And this is where I feel Mineski are currently at their strongest.
Yeah, they have this Tidehunter. He's pushing waves with himself.
Oh, the swap in. Hold on, they found 1.37 middle lane with the laser. Down goes Wyvern. Easy kill here for Nana. Giving him the kill means that he gets to get quicker to a Blink Dagger. Actually, already has it. So he can go to Ether Lens next.
Oh, this Master is going for a Shadow Blade as well? He has a Claymore.
This is something I've only actually ever seen on Ohio. So far, all the Beastmasters I've seen, they will play into that very classic Necro Books, Blink Dagger kind of thing going on, even occasional Vlads with Solar Crest. But Ohio says that this build gives more damage and it helps you nuke heroes down much faster. Hence the Helm Dom as well.
Yeah, I feel like he wants Silver Edge. Maybe Shadow Fiend's going BKB Butterfly and to control the counter. Because you can't purge the Silver Edge even with Grieve.
That's true. So I mean, it's one thing they could also consider, like, you know, just having these two spells, 2 ways to break. Sorry, yeah, 2 items to break Kraken Shell. It'll make Ice Ice a lot easier to deal with. That's for sure. Because after seeing what 3 heroes commit onto him top lane and not even coming close to getting the kill, that's reason for worry.
And now Lifestealer just infesting the Black Dragon here. Doesn't really feel comfortable pushing waves with himself. I don't know, dude. It felt to me like TNC would have so much more strength in this stuff. But I feel like the Blink Dagger being delayed. Oh, he actually has a Blink Dagger. I would like to see them going for a play. I feel like they just need 1 or 2 pick-offs and just go for Roche straight away. Or else they're gonna start going with these March pushes.
Oh, they found 1.37 one more time. Mushi's damage is just way too strong. He's been caught out 3 times now. He's 1-4-4 on this Winter Wyvern. But I totally agree with you when you talked about Tim said he has to blink. They need to make something happen. Now is a good time for that. But my question is it advisable, seeing as they still have Ravage? Oh, they're gonna force the Roshan.
Dude, Mineski's playing so well. They know there's no way to see contest them when they're 5. Like you, as you mentioned, you don't want to go because of Ravage, so that's why you want pickoffs instead of 5 versus 5s. But this
souls. Oh, they get the swap out. But now the Ravage comes out, but Ogre's dead first. Jabs probably to follow him soon. Never mind. Raven's gonna try and shoot through Jabs. Okay, they will finally get the killing spree, and they want to go for more. But they get Sam H first. Laser rockets. Nana gets a double. Looking for more. 1-4-3-7 should be following him to the grave as well. Tim could get a double crush. But that'll be a 3-for-2 trade. Ravage being used and Jab still alive. You know, with all the cores still alive on Mineski, they can easily take this Roshan. The only heroes who died on the side of Mineski were both the supports.
And oh, his team's is Larder going for the steal here. They have Vision of Venge. Oh no. Okay, they hold the Roshan.
But Mushi, he's going. He knows that Tim is here. This is done. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Oh.
That damage though. I did not see that coming.
It's his Larder. He's on level. That Venge, Yasha, Shadow Blade, and Bloodlust on top of that. Venge is buffed.
I mean, it's probably going to be like a Sanji Yasha coming out, right? So Mushi, oh, he's going for the Manta style next, so that's gonna help, you know, Manta Jukes. Going to look forward to that.
Yeah, I want to purge the Corrosive Haze. Very annoying. As well as open moves. Because I'm pretty sure they don't have a 4-step yet. Yeah, Titan's going Blink and Ogre Super Poor, so it's pretty good to be able to purge open moves. Get out of that.
Alright,
They
so
have Vision of Mushi here. Are they?
I don't think they want to jump this, right? Even if they do, because he has Aegis, they'll probably try to push the top. Sam H with the Shadow Blade was kind of lurking around to try and find that Tinker solo pickoff. He had Roar available.
I would like to see them fight though, because Ravage is on cooldown. If they just keep waiting, the next time Ravage is ready, they're gonna be pushing tier 2s. So it's kind of a hard situation, but I feel like you have to go for the plays, or else. Like, the reason TNC is strong is because they can just burst people, and you won't be able to burst people in a 5 versus 5. You have to go for plays. But yeah, gonna push and
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's gonna be an easy tier 2. Not to mention now with the level 15 talent, which Ice actually picked up, you know, the Anchor Smash damage reduction. Alright, that's gonna be so big. Toss him in, he's just gonna nerf everyone's damage. Raven meanwhile did get the tier 1 tower, and it actually looks like Mineski will force the tier 3, going for the push.
Yeah, they can.
1-4-3-7 actually gets the curse. It's only gonna be in a tiny, going for the swap. They found 1-4-3-7, he will die. Winter's going to corner embrace into a creep. Okay, hello.
Oh, that's...
He loved that creep. He loved it a lot. Alright, so tier 3 tower will fall. Corrosive Haze onto Mineski targets. Like you said, if they're fighting in a 5v5, how do you fight? Sam H Shadow Blade already expired. They will get the range tracks. Looking for the Infest combo onto Tim's. They're gonna try for a flank maneuver coming in from the right. BKB up into Cuckoo. Very awkward. Going for the raise. Where's Tim's? He can't fight this. Toss on Sam H. They want to try and fight. Ravage gonna be used, connecting to everyone, but looks like they'll blow up Jabs just in the back line, getting the stun, up into Cuckoo, corner base trying to keep him alive, rockets are there, Cuckoo should end up dying here at long last I think, and he won't even get the Requiem off. Buyback already forced out from to Sam H. Nana's still okay, needs to run away from Raven. Nice job to get the roar, but only defensively onto Mushi. Sam H is going to get brought down here by all 3 heroes. Mushi on unstoppable streak. Raven still chasing after Nana. The swap out, the defensive swap. Raven's dead. Maybe forced to buy back here. Melee Rags about to go down. This will be 1 lane at least, maybe even 2.
Yeah, that's like, as you said, it feels super awkward because when you're forced to go for a play when there's this huge push against you, it's gonna feel awkward because you have to BKB, you have to do something. But there's no play that High Hunter won't die when there's 4 allies. They have swap, they have everything to aid him. And well, Ravage is used, so I would really like to see TNC on going for a play, or else it feels pretty green for them. They actually need to go for the upper hand play once.
It does feel actually now like even the Lifestealer, he had a great start in the lane earlier on with the Deso and Armlet, but it's not enough, not even remotely close. Look at Ice's items. He's got Greaves, the Hood, the Solar Crest, and Mineski will actually smoke up behind him.
Radiant's middle tower
Oh, they're anticipating something?
Oh, they're gonna find 1-4-3-7 again. Maybe the 14 is referring to his how many deaths he's gonna get. Toss back into Ice. They have a swap still, but Raven might actually just get right click down to death. Mushi is going, looking for the swap. Yep, he just got the silence off, but Sam H was invis up. Nice Manta style dodge. Sam H, wow. They have a gem? Yep, the gem was on Ninja Boogie, that's why. And if the Greaves up, they can just go to the tier 2. Potentially even take another lane of Rax one more time. And Cuckoo, he can't even get close to getting out these Wrecking Souls. We've seen the Shadow Fiend do pretty much almost nothing besides a couple of jungle kills.
Yeah. He had a pretty good laning. Tiny was not able to really mess with him all that much. But I feel like they were just a little bit too... Maybe Mineski was a little bit too fast.
But they found Sam H, Infest combo, they want to try and kill Mushi. Alright, let's nice 3-man crush into the Wrecking Souls. Can it kill him off? Aegis will be popped here. Mushi's still alive. Alright, now the Solar Crest is popped. Toss into it. Okay, there's the stun here. Yes, they will actually find Raven. Raven's going down. He will be forced to buy back here. Mushi's going to the range Rax. 2 lanes to Rax already down. Tinker's still alive. He's just gonna blink away. He's alright. He's alright. Look for the crush. Sims, he's found Nana. Nice magic missile. Rinses curse. Nana's gonna get a right click down here, I think. But okay, never mind. Just toss away once more from Jabs. The cold embrace. The Ravage comes out on 3. 2 are dead. Make it 3. Tims comes in, the crush is too late. 1-4-3-7 calls the GG. Game 1 goes the way of Mineski. His 4 heroes get stomped on. No answer for this pause for Tiny.
That was hard to see, you know. It felt like TNC had everything going for them. The game was pretty even at the 10-minute mark, but they took a little bit too long to go for their play and actually secure. They needed to secure Roshan. Their lineup was so good at it, and when Mineski went for it, it was high.
It also felt like, you know, when you pointed out several times, you said it, I think like 3 times, that every time Ravage was down, they needed to make something happen. That never came at all, not even once. It just felt like they, you know, not only did you need to reload, get your souls back onto Shadow Fiend, they probably wanted to get the Deathstorm and Lifestealer, but Mineski, that Vengeful Spirit draft worked out super well, especially the pause for Tiny.
Yeah. Created a lot of, not in the mid lane, but he created a lot of situations to get kills for his team.
Okay, so, okay, before we go into...
Tiny, dude.
Pause for, like I said, dude, it's coming to your pubs. But I have to ask you, before we head into game 2, here in this best of 3, okay, what do you think we can expect? Like, what do you think TNC need to do differently this time for game 2?
I feel like their draft was pretty good, honestly. Maybe they just need to reevaluate their priorities and have a more concise game plan and just go for it. I feel like their lineup is great, but they need to actually execute in a specific way, and they took too long to do. And Tiny Tinker just got completely massive in their response.
For sure, for sure. Alright, so guys, thank you all for tuning in. This is only game 1. Stay tuned for game 2 coming up soon. I'm Hades, and this is D2 Bowie. We'll be back, and you guys will want to see this through to the very end to find out the conclusion of this final qualifier here to see who will make it to MDL Macau. Once again, Hades and Bowie, see you guys soon.
Inside lane, missing exits, glued to the pavement. Between the lines, I'll keep my gaze straight ahead as the last stop flies by. No more waiting for the gun to fire. No more walking through revolving doors. I've gone around once, I don't need to go around anymore. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway. And cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right? Shape the mind, speeding up the pace, turning up the heat, where I need to be for the first time. I'm taking risks, I'm casting off without a lifeline. Break away, forget your sober case. Stop dwelling on empty words. Stop stalling in the doorway and cancel the cruise control. Switch it in the manual. Don't you wanna feel right again? Don't you wanna feel whole? Don't you wanna feel?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the MDL Macau SEA Qualifier Finals. Me, Hades, all the way from Singapore, and my Brazilian co-caster, Mr. D2 Bowie. We're here to bring you more great casting here for this series. And Bowie, how are you ready for this game too?
Night Stalker.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
Easy cast. And not to mention the Mineski, that vengeful spirit worked out way better than I thought. And this time, TNC, they first banned the ogre.
Which is fascinating to me because I wouldn't say the TNC the Mineski won because of it, but this time they're going with the Night Stalker first. I like it pretty much. I feel like it's a pretty strong hero. Also good against Tinker if he again. But now Mineski goes for the Undying. Another hero that, you know, we've been seeing a lot more this patch than before.
TNC.
For sure, I think this hero wasn't even picked that often in the previous patch at all, like a superbly low pick rate. But it's good, you know, I think with the new talents and the way Undying's been sort of buffed just a tiny bit, I think his zombies actually hurt a lot more from the Tombstone as well.
Yeah, he actually had a pretty good buff before this new patch. The Tombstone was harder to kill, but like pretty much just ignored it. Everyone just ignored the hero, and quite hard to actually destroy the Tombstone. And they went with 2 melee supports, considering this is does Ice play Undying? I'm not.
I don't think
that big of a SE.
No problem. I don't think they run Undying on the offlane for Ice. Usually they like to run him on Timber, Bat, Nyx, you know, very conventional offlaning heroes. But so far, like I said, you know, the tiny pick comes out again. We saw it for Jabs. Surprisingly though, this time they let the Night Stalker through. And TNC giving it to Tims. That's scary. But the mystery of this pick right now is who is playing the tiny. Is it Jabs? Is it Ice? I mean, who knows?
Yeah, that's true. It's a very versatile pick for Mineski since they can so many different players. This Night Stalker, it could set up something like I do like Night Stalker in combination with like initiators like Batrider. I feel like it really allows your team to initiate with a lot of confidence. Not sure if they're gonna go with it.
Wow.
Io.
Okay, dude. I know what's coming next. I can feel it. It's gonna be the Chaos Knight, dude.
Oh.
They've run Io CK so often. They even run Io Terrorblade. They like their illusion push heroes. You know, carries who can just fight so well. I don't think it's gonna be, you know, something like Io Deuce. Oh, Deuce is taken out. Okay, never mind.
I do like Io CK, and I would like to see a Batrider on top of it. I feel like Io Batrider is such a strong combination, and with the Night Stalker, in my opinion, is very good pairing overall. You can just, if you have Io Batrider, you just wanna. I'm not sure there's anything that can do with that super well. But we'll see. They banned the Venge, which is good. I'm not a big fan of Venge, but it seems like Mineski, they just have this way of playing with Venge. It's super hard to deal. So I guess it's just better to right now. And you see the Husk ban once. I mean, Io Husk can be pretty scary, even though I'm not sure.
It can be. Okay, one thing I think you haven't pointed out yet is Night Stalker, and when it's nighttime, you make it increasingly hard because of the lack of vision. You make it harder to find the Io, which means Io is gonna have a slightly easier time. You know, it's a bit safer for him. But okay, the Vengeful Spirit pick, I think this is something which some teams still have yet to understand. You know, that's why they probably ban it out. It's just a hero which really comes online super quick. That right click we saw in synergy of the tiny. You don't want to let the tiny go around having so much free fun again. But that being said, okay, I said Io CK. Do you see any other heroes here which I might have left out, which can partner together with the Io?
I mean, it goes from team to team. Like, a lot of people don't run Io Tiny anymore, but Complexity still plays it, even though, like, Eggs is not even a thing anymore. There's any big cores could be quite strong. Like, we see the Sven, Liquid really like their Io Sven, Husker, but it got banned. CK, maybe something. We even saw like Io Alchemist from OG. Pretty sure.
I don't think I've seen a single Alchemist pick yet, though.
I did see it,
10
but they
seconds
lost.
remaining.
No, I mean in
In
Southeast Asia at
theory.
least. In theory, yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see.
5
Yeah.
seconds remaining.
Because the new bounty runes, they definitely favor carry alchemists more.
Mm-hmm.
But we probably won't see it. See what Mineski. If this is a support, these are two supports. They're like in this is probably mid. Cuckoo, right?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry for Moon.
Yeah, for Moon. I recall once there was one very specific situation, like they still let Queen of Pain be played by Mushi. I mean, this is a hero which both he can play in both the safe lane and the mid as well. It doesn't necessarily. And one thing also, like between Mushi and
5 seconds
Moon, who is
remaining.
Nana, you know, they occasionally switch the lanes a bit depending on which matchup is better. But I mean, we'll have to see, right? You're just denying Cuckoo
Yeah,
picks.
offlane pop is better. It's patched than it was before because
Is it?
it's
Okay.
easier for her to match the runes. The runes are so close, you can like get double bounty pretty easily.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll see whether this is mid or not. I do like Queen of Pain mid against Io drafts because usually Io just like runs you down, and with Queen of Pain that's harder to do. Oh, Spirit Breaker. So maybe this is offlane Ice Stalker.
Yeah, should be. Sam H has played Night Stalker before for TNC, and I mean there
10
have been Spirit
seconds
Breaker
remaining.
off lane, but I don't think this will be that case. This will be interesting to see
Yeah.
how they play
5
Spirit Breaker
seconds
on
remaining.
on Tim's though, because this hero can single-handedly win you 3 lanes or lose you 3 lanes depending on the charge ganks, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
I need to humor me just a bit, okay? Bowie, TNC have gone for 3 blue heroes. The last 2 picks are blue only. Who do you pick?
That's hard. Well, if you're going with blue heroes that I like, is Enigma considered blue, or is he like?
Yeah, he can't. I think he counts as blue.
Okay, so maybe Enigma Storm. Go for jungle Enigma, and Storm Spirit. No. We go with carry Storm and mid Enigma.
Mid
VP play
Enigma.
mid.
All right. You don't think IO OD? OD counts as blue.
Okay.
I mean,
I
IO
like my.
TNC's turn to
Lifestealer come out now from Mineski. All right, I can see the synergy. At least you have a Infest Taxi now. Queen of Pain can just blink in with Lifestealer. I like this draft for Mineski. They've kind of swapped it around a bit, you know, because this is usually a draft which TNC would pick, but looks
10
like
seconds
1437 is
remaining.
going to try and come up with his own new meta right now. Who else can
5
be picked up?
seconds.
No, something that I don't like about the Spirit Breaker pick coming from TNC is that Undyne, kind of like Disruptor, when you go for these relocate plays, when you go with the Spirit Breaker charges, you always have the tomb that he can preemptively plant, and it's quite hard to fight in that location. So since they picked Spirit Breaker after the Undyne, let's see how much farm and experience this Undyne will have, but it can be quite scary if the Undyne can choose when they're fighting.
Okay.
10 seconds.
But they go with the
remaining.
Phantom Lancer here. Pretty good pick. You can
5
just
seconds remaining.
can use your third skill to get into the tombstone pretty fast. Just burst it down. You can also purge open wounds. You can purge the
Turn to
dagger.
ban.
It's pretty interesting.
And also, this is a hero which they can play both mid and safe lane. I would say PL does okay against Queen of Pain, since you can always dispel the Shadow Strike. And not to mention, if your bottle, you know, the Spirit Lance is such a cost-efficient spell. Good nuke as well. You never know. You know, maybe
10
PL could be that
seconds
counter to
remaining.
Queen of Pain. Still leaves room for TNC. Or they could just put, you know,
5
PL just
seconds
in the safe lane. And like I said, go back into that CK or Terrorblade pick. They have many options available here to run with the
TNC's
IO.
turn to pick.
And they ban. They're pretty much banning the entire draft that Mineski went for the last time.
That's
they banned
true.
4 heroes of the last. That's quite fun. The
Dude.
only hero not banned this time.
Dude, maybe, you know, they probably
10
were afraid that
seconds remaining.
Mineski were listening to you, man. I mean, Tinker pick. And let the Queen of Pain go into the
5
off lane. They could have been
seconds
listening to you. Are they stream sniping? I don't know. I'm just kidding, but... Alright, so...
Maybe that's the case. Oh, only 8
Dire
seconds.
Team pick.
Oh, very
Terrorblade, there we go. Okay,
Okay, they don't have a lot of clear side of Mineski. Here you go.
that's your clear right there.
Select your hero.
Alright, so we got trademark heroes coming out from both sides. It will be Cuckoo going down the mid lane against Queen of Pain. they have run Raven on Terrorblade. Actually, both Cuckoo and Raven can both play a mean Terrorblade. In fact, this is what they're very reliant on, which is why you usually see this banned by the second phase. But to give Ice the Timbersaw, this is gonna be exciting.
Such a good Timbersaw game, dude. So good. They have 3 strength heroes, then the other 2 heroes are illusion-based heroes that have no disables whatsoever. I guess they're like the big play I want to see is Sunder on Timbersaw, so you can kill fast. And this is gonna be a Raven Terrorblade, so he won't have as many levels. Well, let's see. I mean, Terrorblade he doesn't really do that well against Timbersaw, unless they go for a very early metamorphosis. They try to choose on ISSI's level. Let's see. I mean, we don't even know if the ISSI is going to be playing the offlane. Make Timber versus Night Stalker and go with an aggro try. I feel like Undying, Tiny, Lifestealer just wreck Terrorblade as well. See?
I mean, that's true. I can see what you mean, like running an aggressive try lane. And okay. But from this draft, do you favor a particular team?
I mean, dude, ISSI is pretty good, and he's gonna have a great game considering the. I'm going with Mineski.
You're going with Mineski again. I want to game 3, so I'm gonna be rooting for TNC here. And I mean, you said that Raven has, you know, he gets lesser levels, but actually, do you realize they have been leaving him in solo lane matchups most of the time? So. ISSI could still do pretty okay against a solo Terrorblade, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna do great solo Terror, because Terrorblade already he doesn't have a lot of base damage, only 53, and if he's solo against a Terrorblade, he's gonna go with Whirling Death level 1, and then it's even harder for him to. I'm gonna see the Timbersaw getting a lot of denies, a lot of CS. 3 heroes here, quite aggressive.
That's what I like about giving you the free TP at level 1. It's so that you encourage bounty rune fights a lot more than before. And this is where, you know, back then you usually get 1 on each side of the map. Now you usually have 2 on the same side.
Yeah.
Bit of a difference.
I do like it as well. You see a lot of fights. And all those supports that are super cheap and go like boots, minute 1 and they don't buy TPs, is they have the TP now. Can flame them if.
Okay, so are they going for a charge here? No, I don't think they want to take the risk.
No, it's gonna be 2.
Yeah, so Nana's gonna get 2 bounty runes actually.
Oh, yeah.
And just TPs into the middle lane just like that. I mean, you get yourself, you get closer to a bottle, why not?
Oh, and they spotted Spirit Breaker warding here because of that early ward coming from Mineski. I saw a pink ping. They probably know.
Yeah, they do. 1-for-3-7, he's probably pinging it out as well. So Tim should just piggyback at 1-for-3-7. They anticipated the aggro lane coming out. And like you said, they actually will put Ice against Sam H Night Stalker.
Yeah, both lanes are fine, honestly. But I feel like Mineski can pressure the Terrorblade more with more heroes, because this is gonna force TNC to leave their supports in the lane.
The toss back, the Willing Death, and the open wounds. Can they kill Sam H? They need more right clicks. It won't be enough even with 3 heroes.
6 armor.
So he dodges the gank. Alright, so...
Even then, gonna have to walk back.
I mean, that's okay, right? It's better than giving away first blood.
Exercise to the other lane.
Yeah, they're running the musical lanes. They want to put him up against the Terrorblade. And yeah, like, you know, like I said, Cuckoo, he's going to do decently okay against the Queen of Pain. He's 5-0 to the 4-2. Shadow Strike is basically not a thing. Oh, bottom lane, nice. Ice. Will give away first blood. Ninja Boogie was trying to get the return kill here onto Tim's, but Raven getting himself a big kill.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to queue ISSS level 1, and he's panned the TP, so that's even more incentive to go for the play. You're gonna have to move back. You're gonna lose all that experience.
Oh, I thought he got maybe like 2 more bashes. They could have perhaps killed off, you know, the Ninja Boogie and dying.
Yeah, but he's quite tanky. More armor. Oh,
he actually took it. Alright, balanced. And the heal up from Tim.
Dude, that 9 has 16 strength. Oh my god, 24. Oh, he's gonna right click for so much.
He can go for Tim's. He's definitely going for Tim's.
Go.
Hello? One more? Oh, the tether away. Dude, this
Yeah.
is so annoying, man. If you're Ninja Boogie solo zoning out 2 supports, and despite getting first blood, you know, Raven, he's gonna be under a lot of pressure now that both his supports have basically left top lane. Jebs getting the Sam H kill just in the nick of time. Once again, toss and tree grab, amazing spells.
Toss is super. Especially when you have a hero like Lifestealer, short range and open wounds, but if you're just throwing your enemies, Lifestealer. Well.
And okay, so we're still 1-on-1. Middle lane, you know, still very dead even between Nana and this PL. He's actually opted to go into Tangos and a Wand, not so much. Okay, Bottle's on the way, that explains. I thought he just invested in pure regen. And just like this, triple range creep here coming up for Boogie and, you know, Timbersaw. They're gonna get a ton of EXP. Level 2 reactive armor. I actually don't think they can kill Ice anymore.
No, they can't. And maybe with 3 heroes, but even then it's hard. They have to get Ice after he comes back to base and he has no reactive armor stacks up. If you go when he has 10, he's gonna make sure to draw aggro always. Thanks.
Yeah, he just keeps doing that, as you said. 1-4-3-7, very hard game on who do you even charge this game, right? Like, you can't kill a Timbersaw now that he has 2 points in reactive armor. Pop is just gonna blink away. I don't know. I mean, what do you do if you're the Spirit Breaker?
And that's really the problem. That's why I feel like you have to pressure Lifestealer, maybe bait the rage. You go with Night Stalker Io, bait the rage, and then you charge. But it's a very small time. You have like 10 seconds.
They want to charge here into Nana, who will get the blink away under the tier 1 tower.
Oh!
Looks like they want to commit for this. Can we get a bash? We need one more bash, sir. Never mind, he's abandoned his support. 1-4-3-7 and the scream. Nana's gonna get that one.
You hurt the
They actually had it. It was quite a short range blink, but PL kind of gave up. Maybe afraid of more heroes.
Team? Oh, that's just a letdown right there, man. Cuckoo just... he just chickened out on his own core, man. On his support. Do you think they could have gotten the kill though if he went?
I feel like because it was such a short range blink. Spiritless does a lot of damage. So as well. So
bash. I don't know why. I feel like a kid every time I see 1-4-3-7. Like every time he gets a bash on Spirit Breaker, it's super satisfying to watch. Like this spell can, or this passive can ruin your game and tilt you. Do you ever find?
Wow. Oh, and now Mushi really hits with Night Stalker.
Yeah, charging him top lane, but middle lane, you know, Cuckoo did fall very low. Has 14 one-shotters, but back to the top. And yeah, there's no way they get the kill there. Ice, however, he's gonna try and cut down Tims.
He's gonna dominate that lane super hard now. We saw Raven trying to zone him out with Metamorphosis when Ice was 3, but you can't. They need to, like, they need 4 heroes to kill this.
He messed up on the tether. I think he wanted to tether to Raven, but instead he tethered to a creep. 1-4-3-7, getting the charge here onto Mushi with the open moves. They have the avalanche on 2. Toss up into the air, and they will probably find 1-4-3-7 if they get one more right click. Face boost just came in from Mushi. Sam H, just in nighttime, he can chase after Jabs, who's going for the bounty rune. The race for the bounty rune, never mind. And okay, you know, Mineski are dominating these lanes. Quap, oh, he has a Sonic Wave. Never mind, blinks out. Doesn't want to overextend over there. Okay, I hear charge.
Raven. Bingo.
Yeah, they're chasing after him, but over the top in the jungle, they actually get the shrine just in the nick of time for Jabs. Can he kill Tims? Wow, Sonic Wave blows up Tims. Avalanche, and Jabs is still alive. Sam H with Hunter tonight. He's gonna try and get Sam H. Alright,
nice.
Double kill for Moon. 1-4-3-7 gonna charge away all the way to the south, trying to get Ice, but 2-for-1 trade, not favorable at all. 3-for-1 actually. After Ice killing off that lovely Io. Actually, no, so Nana killed the Io. Yeah, what am I saying? But I thought there were 2 heroes here helping out with Timbersaw.
Metamorphosis is gonna end. Can't go for it.
They have. Oh, Sunder!
Oh,
nice
nice
Sunder!
Yeah, that's the play. That's the play.
Never mind. Oh, missed the Timber Chain.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh dear. But the reactive armor.
And they get it.
Oh, they actually do get enough damage with the Void. So Ice just messing up.
That's the only way. Well played from.
Radiant's top tower is under
No
attack.
wonder they chased for that. I was like, there's no way they're getting this kill, and then the Sunder just came in.
Radiant's
Well
middle
played.
tower is
That
under
they
attack.
really needed that kill, or else ISI's gonna snowball like crazy.
If he gets Chakram, that's a completely different story right there.
Radiant's top tower
He's
is
gonna build his
under
way
attack.
into...
Kills everyone. He kills everyone.
Indeed. Reflection, but, you know, reactive armor, balanced spell. And Jab still walking around trying to build a soul ring up. I hear a charge. Oh no.
Oh.
He cancelled that
Yeah,
really
he wanted to
fast.
steal the bound, but it would reveal the ward. So the way and he was.
Dire's middle tower is
This
under
way,
attack.
you know, Nana gets a bottle charge, but over in the bottom lane. Look at this. Look at this. Never mind.
Dire's
Don't look at
bottom
this.
tower is under attack.
He didn't have a lot of mana.
Yeah. But never mind, he's close to arcane boots, so that's still okay, you know?
Yeah, the new soul ring is definitely a buff. Members get more HP. It's always good on a hero.
I think you get extra health regen, right? Yeah, 2 HP health regen and soul ring. They will go for smoke play now, Mineski. 3 heroes. Oh no, it's 2 to get it for Quap and Jabs. Jab's still holding that tree, which is way too big for him. Oh, they can find the Io
They
here.
can actually, yeah.
Io? Io?
They're gonna throw the quap so that she has the blink away. I would like to see that. You toss the quap so the dive is not as dangerous.
Alright, so we see a
Probably
charge
gonna
coming
take
in to Boogie. They do have the
Radiant's
darkness,
bottom
so
tower is under
Raven even
attack.
comes in as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane,
Radiant
they have a
structures
lot
are
of creeps here. I think they're actually just gonna cut the creep wave and take this tier 1 tower. Lots of pressure. And middle lane as well, they will go for a
Radiant's
trade,
bottom
popping the
tower
Metamorphosis
is
and
under
Illusions.
attack.
Fort already used out. Yeah, they want to defend this tower. Ice is TPing in. They have a Tombstone, yes they do. Pretty interesting how they leave it at level 1 now. Using a Decay. You know, Raven, you're not that tanky, but he does have Sunder.
Is under attack.
They have to be careful this time. Top lane charge coming out into Bushi. He has the Infest, will use it into the creep. He's going to be kept alive for just a while more. Oh, they know he's
They're
there.
gonna deny it.
Radiant's bottom
Rage
Oh, he
TP.
has
yeah.
rage.
He doesn't have TP though. Yeah, no, they're not going to dive into tier 1 for this, just in case. But I've actually managed to defend the mid tower. And we'll just go straight for the tier 1. Look at Jabs. Toss as well.
Timber saw.
is under attack.
Oh my god, they're gonna take that tower. There's nothing that TNC can do. They tried to switch focus, go mid,
Uh-huh.
but ISIS had a TP, and they took the bottom tier 1, and they're gonna take.
I mean, there's
I
no
feel like they have to farm
Radiant's
and hold their
middle
tier
tower is
2s.
under attack.
They're gonna be super strong in 10 minutes.
Radiant's
They have to
middle tower is
hold their
falling.
tier.
And now that Nana has a veil, they want to try and fight top lane. Looks like one will go down. Mushi ending up dead at last. But Nana, you know, he has a Sonic Wave. Gonna kill Tim's off. Sonic Wave onto Kuku perhaps. Shadow Strike. Trying to force out the Doppelganger first. Sonic Wave. Oh, the Sunder! He's actually gonna blink out. They have the charge coming in. Do they want to commit for this kill? He has an Arcane Rune. I don't think they get this one here. Actually, no, the blink away. 1-4-3-7 has cancelled the charge. Looking for the Sonic Wave. They are waiting for it. I mean, Jabs is coming in as well. They need the stun onto Kuku. Never mind, Avalanche Duke.
ISIS is bottom.
Kuku. Oh, they found the real one.
Tower is under attack.
Scream.
What?
What?
No, he didn't!
No! Kuku, no way! Nana?
Yeah, what a play.
He really wanted that illusion.
They were pinging the illusion like crazy, man.
+5 gold for a Sonic Wave. Hashtag worth it?
I mean, he had Arcane Rune, he's fine. He's
It's still a minute and a half without Sonic Wave. Oh god, and meanwhile all this was happening, like you said, you know, Ice is happily farming up the bottom lane. His net worth, you know, he's climbing up.
yeah, he just wants it's catapult wave, so he wants to force the towers as best as they can. This game is gonna be quite similar to the last one. We're gonna see Mineski forcing their hand quite a bit because TNC has a pretty good mid and late game. PL Terrorblade. You can have a pretty farmed bird, but eventually does.
I mean, we see how it goes, right?
This,
Like,
oh,
I feel like they haven't hit that power spike. They said, oh, Boogie. Boogie
Oh my god.
shredded apart by TNC. And they will get the tier 1 tower, popping the Metamorphosis. Ice, they're just going to take this bottom tier 2 if they can, but I see heroes rotating mid. Jabs is going to chase after him, maybe the stun. Sam H did Infest Bomb as well, and alright, Sam H. Toss, bang, breaking the trees. One more right click, Mushi gets it charged. The relocate comes in as well. Look at Nana go down, mega kill going their way as Jabs will take out the IO. But look at Mushi, he's actually almost down. Toss up, oh, they try to toss him to safety, but Jabs, never mind. Boogie is here, getting the K stacks up. The charge, nice avalanche, trapping them in the nick of time. But Boogie taking a ton of right clicks. The Timbersaw coming in. Chakum trying to cut this beef up. Nice and nice thin slices, but 1 for 3-7, never mind. Body blocks a bit from Raven. ISSI still on the hunt. He wants that. Oh, the toss from Jabs.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That was a good play for TNC. They took tier 1. Tier 2 bottom still up, and they got a lot of kills for Raven. So now he has that Mask of Madness. It definitely ramps up his killing power with that IO on top of it. So yeah, looks good. TNC, it felt like they didn't had a lot of plays to be made, but with ISSI's being bottom, they were able to.
Right, so I have to ask this game, like, do you think Lifestealer actually builds into a Mjolnir just so that he can deal a bit more of the illusions?
Not straight away after Armlet.
Not straight away after Armlet. Okay, I mean Deso is usually played, but you know what else happening? You know, Nana getting torn apart again. Wonderful spell, which is the silence coming up from Sam H, and a level 4 Void as well.
Were you watching that the Skyref mid game from LGD?
Yeah,
you watched the game?
I watched a part of it, not all of it.
They had a Battle Fury Slark. So I mean, if Slark is building Battle Fury, why not go for Battle Fury Lifestealer? I'm not even joking. Like, I feel like Mjolnir is not enough to deal with 2 illusion heroes. Like, there's so many illusions that the Mjolnir maybe is not enough to go Battle Fury.
Get out of here, Bowie. Battle Fury Lifestealer? Is that the new meta right now?
Dude, Battle Fury Slark! Battle Fury Slark! How can they win with that? Yeah, I was quite surprised that they went Battle Fury.
Is this the one going on your YouTube channel?
There were no illusion heroes. There were no illusion heroes, and he went for it.
Oh god. Is this one of your YouTube videos, Bowie? Is that what's happening right here? Battle Fury Slark?
In my last video, there were a comment, super upvoted. It was like, "You were the problem with the Dota scene. You only make videos about the areas." If I make a video about Battle Fury Lifestealer, there's gonna be so many people subscribing. Probably not. Okay, top lane, they're gonna charge.
Yeah, Boogie, you know, is surrounded by a ton of illusions. But they actually want to turn around for this as Jabs is coming. They need to toss someone in. Yep, Shadow Strike. Okay, what next? Can they kill him off? They need a stun. They need the avalanche. Toss him the illusion. You get the avalanche combo out. With the scream, they actually do get the kill. And wonderful thing, you know. But PL does have a diffusal blade. Those illusions are starting to hurt a lot more as they burn away all the Mineski's mana.
Yeah.
That's
true. Maybe even Terror Blade goes for the Diffusal Blade because ISSI's only weaknesses right now is having no mana to Tiber chain away. So if you have so many illusions right clicking him, he won't be able to do anything. Or maybe Aftermath. But BKB is also quite good for it.
Okay, because I remember, Bowie, during the draft you were saying this is such a good Timbersaw game, but you know TNC is like, you can't have a good Timbersaw game if you can't cast Timbersaw spells. So imagine if, I don't know, Terrorblade went for Diffusal Blade. I'm just trolling around, but still, you know, he's going for the Manta style, but PL alone can deal with that. So many illusions constantly with the Doppelganger as well. I think even Mushi at some point is going to have a lot of trouble if this drags out past, say, 35 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. They're gonna struggle. Maybe even we're gonna see a Queen of Pain Mjolnir because of the spell lifesteal talent and so many illusions. They need as much AoE. Actually, AoE. They have this Veil, which is gonna help isolate the damage, but they need more.
Charge coming in, Mushi, silence if you can get the Nether Strike, you need to combo him down. The Avalanche actually onto all 4, Ninja Boogie is there, but Mushi was to end up dead. Can he get the kills here onto Sam H and Raven? I'm not even sure. I mean, yeah, 1 for 3-7 goes down, but Metamorphosis, oh, Sonic Wave, they will take care of Tibbs, he blinked it for that, the Sunder comes out, Raven will find the Nana kill. Silence up, they actually can go for more Sam H, getting the Void up. And yeah, they don't want to dive under the tier 2 tower for that as the tier 1 is still standing. But here comes Ice, big and angry. There is no Sunder. Alright, and he popped the Mask of Madness for that. He wants to get the extra movement speed. Timber Chain away, perhaps? He's actually going to run away from this. They need the Chakram. He's gone the wrong way. Or they found him. Have they? Or they have vision of him now. The toss in! There we go. That's the synergy we're talking about.
So much damage.
Yeah, well,
Dude, we were talking about Darkness and how like it helps IO live, but the Darkness also really hinders Tiny's capabilities of tossing people. But the only reason Raven survived so long is that Darkness was on, and as soon as it went down, he had rage for the toss. So it's actually quite. I feel like they banned the entire Mineski draft with the exception of Tiny, and I feel like they picked Night Stalker to counter those toss plays.
Hey, that's a very good point actually. Thank you for pointing that out. And actually, while all that was happening in the bottom lane, top tier 2 did end up falling. And do you feel like Mineski on the clock right now? Like, Lifestealer isn't doing that well. Nana 6 and 3. Yeah, you keep getting the IO, but this terribly, it's just top of the net worth.
Yeah, I feel like they are in the clock. They like unlike last game, they don't have great ways of just roshing straight away. They can't smoke and those heroes are hard to kill, dude. Timbersaw can chase them down, but it takes a long time. And while you're chasing, the Cal's taking towers. I feel like they need to maybe they have to smoke gank and kill Nice. He's the easiest core to. And then
Top tier 3 taking quite a bit of chip damage actually from the illusions. They were charged onto the Ice Timbersaw as the meanwhile, they did get the bottom tier 2, but Sampage actually went for the Shadow Blade first.
Yeah, he can silence without. And it's also a Silver Edge. Oh, he went Yasha? What?
I don't know, maybe Manta style. Sanjin Yasha just get a tank up, get some extra damage in. You never know. Right, but okay, Ice chasing after Cuckoo, who will doppelganger away. Oh, actually he messed up!
Oh.
And because he sees the courier go for the PL, this time Mineski know which one is the real one, but do they have other heroes? Nah, he doesn't want to overcommit, not that much mana as well. He can't go on a Wild Goose Chase.
There's a Shadow Blade on Phantom Lancer. See that?
Silver Edge on everyone, dude.
Okay. And yeah, maybe they go for the Sanjin Yasha on Night Stalker and the Silver Edge on Cal. And dude, this Terror Blade's getting. He went for Manta, now going Dragonlance, so they can siege faster. Level 25, you can get 300 mana more to attack range. Goodbye.
Rest in peace, he just disappeared. And actually they found one more. Avalanche, they know where Sam H is, the toss up in here, they have a double damage onto Nana who can just right click Sam H down. Sonic Wave will be thrown out as well, and this time Nana will not miss.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Shadow Blade on cooldown.
But space created for Raven and PL still farming as well. 2 of the cores and TNC top of the net worth. And this illusion cancer is only just going to keep on getting worse.
Yeah, like it's even now, but TNC's draft makes use of gold way better than Mineski does. So even though it's even, I'm not sure Mineski would even win 5 versus 5. That's how it plays. So
1437 actually gonna end up down to Timbersaw. Solo kill? Okay. Middle lane though, Jab's gonna be brought down by Cuckoo. So many illusions to blink away, they will take care of the tombstone. And they can still chase with this using the open wounds, but Ninja Boogie will probably end up dying here. The Chakamere, they want to try and get in, but Ice, now on these illusions, man.
Dude, PL is doing so much damage. He just shreds everyone. And that Tide Hunter just went down.
He can burn Mushi's mana and Timbersaw's mana right here. They are potentially setting up for it, but Cuckoo doesn't want to take the risk. Not under the shrine anyways. And I mean, yeah, you said that they're so big doing so much damage. I also said that, TNC are putting Mineski on the clock. It feels like they've run out of time.
Definitely does. TNC will probably have to mess up. Mineski ever gets the tier 2s, gets they have Glowstone on Timber. He actually got in Everton's. I'm curious to see Queen of Pains. So she's going for Lincoln Sphere, and it feels to me that they don't have enough damage, and they're not really solving those damage issues. Lifestealer going for Yasha, for instance. So how they're gonna kill those heroes?
Yeah, they wanna kill Cuckoo. The Yule Scepter is there. So they have a stun. Actually, no, the decay. Never mind, doppelganger's away. They want to try and fight jabs using the illusion this time, but there's so many heroes. Cuckoo will finally die. No jukes with the illusions today.
Yeah, they were chasing the illusion, and Jabs even tossed the real one, thinking it was the fake one. Got the. Okay, so that's good for them. Oh, second and can they Roche?
They're gonna try double damage on
the
Tiny. Yeah, but yeah, I think they should be able to do this. You know, they just need to break the Lincolns. They have open wounds. Why not? With the Deso as well, should fall decently quick. Without the PL, I don't think TNC are confident enough to take this Roshan.
You can't give Roshan like that. They had such a great grasp. Now with Aegis probably on top. Yeah.
I like that Ice went for the BOTs this game so that he can actually clear with the constant top lane split push coming out from TNC. And now they can actually sort of group up. You know, lifesteal is getting decently big. I still feel like he could have gone into Mioni or just even a Salqueras. I don't know, but he actually looks like he's going for a Manta. Yeah, okay, I can see why he goes for Manta. They want to dispel the silence as well from the Night Stalker.
It's... They don't have any sort of dispels. No Lotus Orb, Timbersaw. Oh, Timbersaw's actually going for, but he wants it for him as well. So much.
Middle lane.
Okay, so here they're maybe going for a push. Can they take? Yeah, they don't really want to fight with Coop Hyphenate.
Just look at Cuckoo, dude. He's split pushing the top lane so often. He's just forcing Mineski to play to TNC's pace because they understand that if they drag the game out long enough, Terrorblade's almost on an eye of Skadi. So you can tell, once this Terrorblade's big enough, Mineski probably don't have the heroes to deal with him, and even if they bring the Terrorblade low enough, because of how much HP he has, they're going to struggle, and he's just going to get a Sunder off onto Timbersaw. You know, that's how I vision this game going so far.
You have the IO to make it even harder, and now Super Edge ready for a Cuckoo. He even has kill potential on Ice.
Hold on, baiting with the Arcane Rune. They know that's the real one. They have a sentry there as well. Down goes Cuckoo. And Mushi, Bright and Shiny, will push into the middle lane. They have dealt with one of their biggest problems.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you don't have Manta. And are they gonna trade? Feels like they want to go with Tara here, and maybe they can relocate back. If Mineski is pushing faster than...
Yep, so easy tier 2 here. The fall from Mineski, no buyback on PL for 30 seconds. They can get some serious tier 3 damage out here from the side of Mineski. Wow, this is at least a tier 3 tower, if not maybe even a range tracks, but fortification comes out, so this will be just a tier 3 tower. Reflection, but no, that's alright, it's fine. Off the darkness, they want to try and defend this. Tiny's still waiting in the back line. Vice is happy to stand the front lines, chakram damage out with the avalanche. Will bring Raven's HP down just a tiny bit, but the charge from the side, bashing onto 2, looking for the toss back. Okay, never mind, they kind of messed up that one, but it's okay. The tier 3 tower gone, they can back off. Void, and down goes Jabs. How? What? And they're going to chase after this. Ninja Boogie's actually going to get out. They want to get the Void, and everyone else on the side of Mineski will be happy to back off.
Yeah, let's see if they can take at least the tier 2 lead to even out for a little bit. Maybe with the Coop Aegis, if they take this tier 2, the Metamorphosis will be ready as the Aegis is falling down and TNC can finally go for aggressive play. But I feel like again...
They want to fight this though. I mean, Timbersaw's coming in. Going to try the Raven, the Chakram to cut the illusions out. I mean, Queen of Pain has different plans. Invis Rune. Could think about going here. Never mind, everyone gets out, but they actually still could try to find Tims. Yeah, Tims is dead. Never mind, Ice misses the Timber Chain. But with Chakram, 1, 2, 3, they'll cut him off. Never mind, the tether away and the charge at the same time. Timbersaw's not going to get a free stone charge, but that's okay. And Solar Crest
now Meta is on cooldown. Meta is on cooldown. Is Mineski going to push the issue?
They can take the top tier 2, and this is going to solve a lot of the problems if they get the top lane of Rax. Over the bottom lane, you know, he doesn't know that... Okay, he knows the Sandwich is there, but Shadow Blade away. Doesn't want to stay there too long. And top lane, oh, solo kill here for Cuckoo. Easy kill. That was the relocate as well, with Raven. And it looks like they want to go into Ninja Boogie, trying to use the decay up. Gonna put the Tombstone, and alright, down goes Boogie. Mushi infest onto Ice with the Nether Strike. You know, I think he actually may be in some trouble using the one charges. Never mind, actually won't get it up, and Mushi will be left alone. Looks like Nana TP'd into the wrong neighborhood. Yule steps up there to dispel the silence, and I think he's gonna die anyways in between the entirety of TNC. Nowhere to go. Can he blink out? Should be able to, right? Oh, the charge! So much damage from the side of TNC, and they will wipe the floor with Mineski's blood. TNC are still in this game.
I was getting scared for them, but they actually that fight started so weird. But with the relocate, it's a very, not only they have the relocate to bring terror, but they have Spirit Breaker to charge. So suddenly one hero becomes 4. Mineski can handle it.
But do you think after that, losing the team fight like that and the Aegis as well, I don't know, do you think that TNC now they have the advantage? Like, do they control the game?
They actually do, because they didn't spend Metamorphosis in that fight. They could go for the aggressive play, but hopefully they actually go for it, unlike last game. Well, like we're playing, yes, TNC has the late game, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't take those tier 2s. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't go for like use your Metamorphosis. They have DD on top of Metamorphs. Wait, where's the double damage? Where was the double damage? Oh, it's on PL's. It's on PL's bottle.
That's still a big item on him, and he's gonna get a heart. They will smoke up. You know, the Timbersaw is alone top lane.
I really like it.
Oh, he's gonna Timber Chain away. They have the charge on the way as well. Ice just trying to farm that camp up, but never mind. Oh, nice stomp.
Centaur!
Centaur, please, not like this. He's gonna Timber Chain away. Hunter in the night, and down goes Ice.
Okay.
I'm very afraid.
So no buyback.
Yeah.
No Metamorphs is used.
Man, I feel so afraid right now of Mineski. I mean, I'm not complaining, because if this continues, TNC are gonna force the game 3. I'm not complaining for that.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Well,
so,
they're going here through the mid lane. Top is well pushed. They can do it. They can.
He's found Ninja Boogie behind the tower. They have more than enough laying out the Tombstone and the Flesh Golem. They're gonna try and take out the Tombstone here, trying to keep it alive. But thank you for the 200 gold, says Cuckoo. Man, those are big heroes which you need, but they're just not there.
Yeah, there's tier 2 bottom, but I feel like they take at least one lane of barracks. Even with Ice alive, so much damage out.
Wow, look at that tower. Going in for the avalanche right now. They're going to try and stall the push. Going here into Rave, but the charge. Down goes Jabs. Immediate buyback. They're going to try to hold the line, but Rage is about to expire. They can't even kill 1.37. Sonic Wave still won't be enough to bring him down. The Sunder comes out. And can they chase after Mushi? I think Mushi's dead for sure with the eye of Skadai. And down he goes. Triple kill for Cuckoo. This guy's a beast. One lane of Rax, you said. Bowie, 9. It's going to be 2.
Gotta be 2. They went super. I mean, you have to contest the push straight away, but they didn't have all heroes. And when they die with no buyback like that, then they're just gonna lose it. I feel like they had to go for the play, honestly, because as time goes on, their draft is just weaker against TNC.
GG.
It feels almost like, oh yeah, they just called GG. Damn. 30 minutes.
This sincerely felt like a draft issue. I don't think it was anything bad. Like, I thought Mineski could have controlled it, but once again, it feels like the highlight between, or rather the biggest point right now between both game 1 and 2 is that both teams never get to execute the draft, at least for the losing team.
Yeah, I agree. In all honesty, I feel like Mineski even controlled the game more than they should have. They did a good job considering their draft, but TNC's greediness actually paid off quite well for.
Indeed, and this was just the Terrorblade show all around. I mean, Cuckoo had some sick plays as well there, especially with that top lane juke. Hello Reddit, but okay, what? Yeah, are you ready for game 3, Bowie? Like, what do you think needs to be done here? Should we see? Are we going to see like Oracle Huskar again?
I would like to see Oracle Huskar. It's so fun. Maybe we're gonna see Mineski banning the Terrorblade. I mean, Raven is known for his Terrorblade. I honestly feel like his Terrorblade is better than Note. It's so good.
Yeah, I think they will.
Those kills on Timbersaw, there's no way they were getting those kills without him. Without his.
For real, for true. That's so true. All right, so Alright, Bowie, we're gonna see Game 3, and you guys tuning in, all 15,000 of you here at the Beyond the Summit 2 channel. Our deciding game is coming up between TNC and Mineski. Only one will make it to MDL Macau in December for that $300,000 prize pool and 300 qualifying points. I'm Hades, and this is D2 Bowie. We'll see you guys for Game 3. Don't go anywhere.
Bye.
Slow, think El Castro, knowing that the past broke. Not understand our life's like a blast. Whoa, understand rules, it's eternity to blast mode. Listen, bad to be around, feeling steady though. Grooving on that speed when we up in the stereo. Listen, put the volume up, let's say what's up. Listen, all we doing this music, don't foolish up. Room with my team, 30 North, we around. If you're looking for them boots, out sale for the crowd. If you understand, listen, now being heated and fitting. Putting this out, can you feel it in the wishing?
You seem ready to give up. Keep going, don't you stop. A little ain't enough, 'cause I am leaving. So you wanna get to know me? I ain't gonna give you any help. Guess you're gonna have to show me. All of you, nobody else. So you wanna get to know me? I ain't gonna give you any help. If you really wanna. if you really wanna get to know me.
2014, tell them holla at you, telling whole scene. Make some bite at you, put it all and break apart. Hope you good, don't break apart. Essence of the dark twist. F it, you good, listen. Don't let them go and take your spot. Find your zone every day wishing. Family don't break apart. Damn, it's a cold ass world from the start. Very thing we gotta do, stay young, concerned. Wanna change, young fella. Damn, who you gon' learn if you understand? Listen, now being heated and fitting. Putting this out, can you feel it in the wishing?
You seem ready to give up. Keep going, don't you stop. A little ain't enough, 'cause I ain't easy. So you wanna get to know me. I ain't gonna give you any help. Guess you're gonna have to show me. All of you, nobody else. So you wanna get to know me. I ain't gonna give you any help. If you really wanna, if you really wanna get to know me. If you really wanna, yeah.
Where are you going? Going so fast tonight. Have you ever stopped beside the road to smell the rose of life? Take a breath now. Don't hold it in too long, 'cause you might end up missing out on life's short little song. She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. You've got one life to live. Don't let it go.
Welcome back everybody for our deciding game here at the MDL Macau SEA Qualifier between
10 seconds
TNC
remaining.
versus Mineski. I'm Hades, and with me my wonderful friend
5
D2
seconds
Bowie.
remaining.
Are you ready for game 3?
Oh, super ready.
TNC's
Alright,
Now we see the Night Stalker being banned, and again, Mineski has their Pesky Ogre.
Yeah, this is something they've gone back to on occasion, but the Vengeful Spirit this time was a first phase ban. It's interesting that Mineski still pick it up.
10
And this
seconds
time, you know,
remaining.
the jabs Tiny didn't work out, so it goes to show that pause for
5
Tiny, you know,
seconds
not
remaining.
that invincible, not that OP. But how would TNC open up the
TNC's
draft?
to pick.
Ayo pick one more time. Oh, okay.
Quite similar opener, right? With the exception of Night Stalker being the first pick they went for last time.
That was very, very fast. And it seems
10
like, you know, if you have a
seconds
winning
remaining.
strategy, why bother changing it, right? If anything, it's Mineski who have to figure out how to play against it.
5 seconds
And,
remaining.
you know, 1437 played a mean Spirit Breaker, charging here all at the same time. You know, despite not having many ganks in the first few minutes at least, he still had great impact towards the end.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. Usually, you feel like Spirit Breaker is not that good if you don't snowball early on. But the charge proved to be very, very good, especially against Cop. We saw that Aegis play where he charged another lane. It's always something that Spirit Breaker offers that a lot of other heroes don't. Way to deal with slippery heroes even when you can't actually target them. As you mentioned, the Ogre being picked even though Venge was banned, I feel like in that draft, they had Tidehunter Tinker, so it feels to me Mineski doesn't really care about like buffing their, like it's fine if you have a hero that can make use of Bloodlust, but they want this buffed Ogre that just annoys everyone in the early game. And they go for the Tinker straight away, huh?
Into Io. That's interesting because they're, you know, relocate, you can still summon deal Tinker across the map at crucial times. And I mean, the second pick the Tinker, this is very risky. I don't know. I'm not sure about you, Bowie, but I'm not a fan of the Tinker pick too early on. It feels very hard to play as the Tinker.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, I said the same thing in game 1, but Mineski played so well around the Tinker, so maybe they know what they're doing here. At the same time, even though Tinker can be weak against Io, Tinker can also burst Io quite easily. So that's something to remember as well. But he's against Spirit Breaker this game, and he was not against Spirit Breaker game 1. That can change as well.
I mean, to mention as
they
well...
didn't have Spirit Breaker game 1, right? It was...
Yeah.
It was... I don't remember their scores.
10 seconds remaining.
But Spirit Breaker does pretty decent against Tinker during the laning phase. You know, Tinker doesn't have an escape mechanism which he can use during the lanes, and when he's still building up to BOTs, he still can be quite vulnerable even before he builds into a blink. But you know, TNC, like you said, they a bit afraid. The last time you said Ogre and Tide in Mineski won game 1, but Tidehunter pick coming out, and I said Tidehunter ban coming out, so they're afraid of it for good reason as well, of course.
Yeah, it's just such a... when you have Tidehunter Tinker, you can push so well. You usually don't think of Tidehunter as a pushing hero, but when you have March behind the Tidehunter, it's so hard to contest the push. Even though you're doing it slowly, it's also pretty... There's no risks involved. It's so good. And now we're gonna see the last ban coming from TNC here. They had Tidehunter, Venge, Ogre, Tinker, and what was the offlane that game? I'm sorry, what was the other support?
For game 2 or game 1?
Game 1, because we saw TNC banning all the draft.
Oh, that was a tiny offlane.
Oh, it was Lifestealer.
Lifestealer?
It was the Lifestealer.
Oh, you mean talking about the carry? Okay, yeah.
They had Lifestealer for Mineski, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they did the same thing. They actually banned a lot of heroes from the draft, from the ideas they think that Mineski is going for.
10 seconds
Quite
remaining.
fascinating.
I was thinking about something, because you know how we mentioned in the previous game that Ice
remaining.
Timbersaw was the counter to the illusions. What if this game, if Moon gets a very good start, Nana, if he gets a very good start, he can actually snowball into an Axe real quick. Tinker against illusions, you know, he is the counter, so I can see why they would consider picking that up very quick into Io. And
okay,
I mean, I also want to point out that, you know, against Mineski, it goes to show even in the C region, everyone's been talking about how Mineski is the powerhouse of C at the moment. But when you have teams like Fnatic and TNC, they're proving that this is not the case, as we are seeing game 3, and TNC could very well take this after what we saw in the previous game.
Yeah, especially now with the Nyx, another hero that makes it quite hard for Tinker to do his thing.
10 seconds
But make the Tinker as a bait. They're baiting a lot of Tinker counters, and they go for something completely different now. I think that makes use of the Ogre.
I totally agree with you there. I feel that, because there's got to be a good reason why you pick up the Tinker like that. And I was going to suggest the Nyx Assassin ban. You know, you can mess around with the Tinker as well. You can break so many trees really easily with the Io. And before he gets Blink, Spear Breaking and Charge, getting good vision across the map. But Sam H. Nyx Assassin is not something we have seen in the past few weeks, which has been played by him. And this is not a hero which has been contested as well.
Disruptor.
But okay, Disruptor pick coming out. Pretty
good.
Stable. And I just thought about
like
something.
you can just Static Storm whenever Io relocates. There's also Glimpse Breaker, deals with those heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
Is it any reason? Do you think it's crazy that I actually feel they might even consider putting Tinker into the safe lane and giving like Mushi something else mid? Like, you know, Medusa is still in the pool, and Medusa has been a very hot win rate hero for the side of TNC.
I could see that happening, but I feel like when you have Ogre, Ogre is probably gonna dual lane with Tinker, like we saw the other. So I feel like Tinker won't have many problems in the laning. It's gonna be like the mid-game fights that really would determine whether Mineski pull the Tinker strat offer. Because you're gonna have Nyx just using Carapace in the
10
March. You're gonna
seconds
have I
remaining.
relocating, trying to kill him. I feel like the laning phase would be fine. Tinker is actually
5
pretty decent,
seconds remaining.
especially with the babysit
Mm-hmm.
coming from over. And they went for the Terrorblade again, huh? Pretty. I like it this game.
They do like their Terrorblade quite a fair bit, and for good reason, you know, because both Cuckoo and Raven, they both can play that hero. So at the same time, you know, Tinker still offers quite a lot to deal with this Terrorblade illusions. It's one of the heroes who can help defend the push by himself as well, with that global farming presence. Pretty much suits Mineski's game style, because they like to group up early, take the early objectives.
TNC's turn
Tinker,
to bat.
you know, giving them that option. And okay, Sven coming out.
I really like this fan.
Okay, why do you like the Sven? Is it because the cleave alone, or what else is there?
I mean, it's a carry that synergizes with Fogre in way more than Venge, in my opinion. At the same time,
10
Fogre,
seconds remaining.
Sven really uses kinetic field
5 seconds
very well.
remaining.
Like, gonna trap everyone there, just gonna cleave. It's already a good matchup against the Terrorblade. So I'm quite happy they went with the Sven here. They don't pick Sven all that often. But I feel like it's a great pick. He probably gonna have to rush BKB though, because there's Assassin and Spirit Breaker, a lot of control for him.
I mean,
But I feel like it's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean, most recently, they actually have picked up Sven quite a number of times. It's not like... Because I agree with you, this was a hero which wasn't picked up often, but most recently, at least in C, they picked up Sven at least 3 times in the past few series they played, I think. Yeah, at least 3 times.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Mineski now actually leaving out the Ice hero last. And TNC are going to think very hard how they want to ban out against this. I mean, what Ice hero can they still pick up? They can always go back into the Tiny offlane. Visage offlane could be a
Dire
thing as well.
team ban.
Yeah, I was thinking about even the Winter.
Magnus.
Then
Oh yeah, that's true.
bad hero. The Winter Wyvern,
Mhm.
like you just explode the IO, you just hold the Nyx. So that they only have one ban. I feel like it's gonna be one of
10
the
seconds
two.
remaining.
Maybe Tusk. He plays Tusk offlane as well, right?
Yes, he does, but it's
5
very rare.
seconds
But it's already
remaining.
been banned out, I believe. Yeah, first phase banned by Mineski. And
Oh yeah, that's
okay, so one thing that could go is the Void, but I don't think Void would be too good here. It doesn't synergize as well with Sven, even though it does okay with Disruptor. Could benefit from Ogre Magi.
I do like the Void actually. I do like the Void because you can fight in 2 different areas. So you isolate whatever hero you want and you initiate with Sen.
Okay.
I feel like the 3 heroes are pretty good. Void. It depends on how they want to play, but Void, Visage, Winter. They have 2. Dude, Winter is pretty good here. They have a
10
melee
seconds
support, so it's
remaining.
quite hard for them to zone that Winter. They actually can't.
5 seconds
It will be
remaining.
fun. Not sure if what's Mineski.
TNC's turn
Let's see.
to bat.
Brewmaster.
Nice. That's cool as well.
Yeah, this hero has been quite strong, and not to mention when Ice SIs, you know, he builds into a Radiant on it. They actually get this hero to... They can get pretty good items on it late game. They can go for mid game as well. Plenty of ways. And you know Ice SIs, you know, he's basically a
10
master of
seconds
micro. You've seen his
remaining.
Nature's Prophet, you've seen his Brood Mother, and basically anything which is
5
micro, right?
seconds
So
remaining.
together with the Brewlings, I think this
Yeah.
could be very fun.
There's a lot of potential here because not only you can dispel the illusions with the blue one, you can also cyclone whatever target the IO wants to relocate. There's a lot of plays, and they go for the Zeus. Nice. A lot of ways to find a Tinker,
Cuckoo Zeus. Okay,
especially
yeah,
with the eggs now.
yeah, and especially with this hero, like you said, the Eggs. Nimbus is a Tinker's nightmare. Like, I'm not even kidding. It is
Yeah.
the ultimate nightmare. I hate Nimbus. And you look at Mineski's heroes, these guys have very bad heroes to deal with Nimbus. I mean, you have ranged heroes who can do very minimal right click, like Disruptor and Tinker. What are you going to do against Nimbus? He just lays it out. And if you try to go on it, you're going to meet stuns, you're going to meet like the Spirit Breaker charge, all that. Yeah, I can see the Zeus. I can see why this is the Zeus game.
Again, we see kind of a hard lane for Raven. Like Brewmaster deals pretty well with those low base damage heroes. They're gonna miss a lot of right clicks. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna lane this. How they're gonna deal with the Brewmaster. They're gonna try to maybe go aggro against this Sven. That's always a good idea. Sven is a hero that struggles quite a lot until level 6. You don't want to give him a free lane so that he can just snowball. He farms faster than a Terrorblade most of the time. But they're sending Raven bottom, so maybe they're predicting an aggro try coming from Mineski.
Could be, because if you look at Mushi's items, he's gone for a Salve and Tangos. This does indicate an aggro tri lane, and you know, like I said, they like to put some level of emphasis at least on Ice getting a quick level 6, because they know that if you get to quick level 6, they can take a lot of very, very heavily commitment fights with Primal Split. So we'll see where this goes. Raven already breaking the smoke.
Oh, he's gonna break the...
Oh, they found him!
Oh no, Raven, no!
Not like this! And the Raven will be shot down. First blood going to Jabs, however. And they ping out, say bing, 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 bing. Everyone knows the entire Mineski is here. Raven, well, I can't say nothing of value was lost, but... Okay, you know, first blood going to Jabs. He can buy boots.
Yeah, that's pretty good for him. It's gonna be... let's see if they can at least get... it's gonna be a 2-for-2 bounty trade, so... It's not so much value out for Mineski, but I mean, you don't want to be first blooded as a...
For sure, it's not a good feeling.
Exactly.
Alright, so are they gonna try? Nah, they're too far away to get the bounty rune. But anyways, Mushi will be heading back to the top lane. He just wants to be able to stay in lane a lot longer. And... Alright, so who are you rooting for this game? I know you've been rooting for Mineski since game 1, but I have to ask again, would you favor the Mineski draft or TNC draft more?
I mean, if you're talking draft, I'm gonna favor Mineski because it feels like they go for these Tinker picks and they're like, oh man, Tinker's gonna struggle. But Tinker is never really the star of the game. They have this Tinker, he's doing a lot of stuff, but he's not a position 1 like we see a lot of times, like from teams like Na'Vi. Usually when they're displaying Tinker, he is the only core that matters, and that's not the case for Mineski. So I feel like they're gonna be able to get the benefits of Tinker without relying so much.
They're gonna try to go here on the Jabs. They have the heroes. Did they get the tether slow? I don't think so, but Jabs is taking a ton of damage. And they have to realize that against the Sandmage needs assassin. Okay, one more Storm Hammer coming onto Tim's. But Jabs, you don't want to get too close to it. They're actually going to charge under the tier 1 tower for this with the Orb of Venom. And of course, with Tim's giving him that extra movement speed.
Oh,
one more hit.
Well.
Yes, it will be enough. And Mushi cannot do anything. Ninja Boogie's going to come here as well to get a 1-for-3-7. Tim's does not have any more regen, and this should be another kill. They have the Mango for the stun, but Tim's will end up dying to the creep wave. So meanwhile, Tim's did get the TP out, I think. Yeah, he TP'd straight to the bottom lane. And alright, 1-for-1 trade.
Yeah, I like this lane configuration. You always want to pressure the Sven. He already burned through his clarity. He's gonna have to Mango soon. I feel like that's a good way of playing. Usually you see the aggro try with the carry.
Hold that thought. But Bowie bottom lane. Ice is about to fall here one more time if they can find one more hit. One more hit.
Top as well.
26 HP. Back to the top. Chasing after Samhage. Stuck inside the kinetic field. They need one more right click each side. Popping the stick charges. He could actually still get up. And never mind. Ninja Boogie will get the kill. They club him to death and cut him up. Down goes Nyx. So, a lot of skirmishes this time compared to the 2 games earlier on.
I feel like it's necessary. You don't want that Sven to start farming because when Tinker is pushing all lanes and Sven has freedom to farm both jungles and just get massive, you're not gonna have a good time. Like Raven did a great job last game, but he didn't have a terrible carry matchup. This time, he's pretty terrible. 8 picking Terrorblade and facing a Sven.
Maybe we shall see, right? I mean, if Terrorblade gets really fat, if you can't cleave him down in time, he can always pull up for the last minute Sunder. You know, it's just one of those spells.
Yeah, you do have the IO. You do have the IO to
relocate
hold Terror a little bit, and you, and you also have Sunder. So Sunder is always that Sven almost killing you, and then you Sunder kill him. Sven doesn't want to build Lincolns, so if you force him to go for it, it's a win.
I also feel like with the defensive relocates, because usually as a Sven you want to like be able to quickly burst heroes down with your overwhelming physical damage, and if that doesn't happen, a defensive relocate can easily handle that. Not so much with the tether heal though. And okay, so far 3-1 things have kind of quietened down a bit. Ice is still doing okay, you know, he's level 3, he has 8 and 2 CS. Nyx Assassins on 6 and 2. Both are doing alright.
I'm surprised with how much S Raven. Oh. They have meta. They could get this kill.
Yeah, they could. Gonna try and block him off with Thunderclap. They have a Mango as well. One more Mango, in fact. Kinetic Field will trap him off. And, okay. Timely
He
defensive.
didn't went for meta.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to waste it because with Drunken Brawler, you really never know if you get too many misses. Obviously with Drunken Haze. But, okay. So far, pretty quiet. Middle lane, we haven't talked about that too much yet because, you know, Zeus picked up his bot already. Hold on, a charge onto the Disruptor, but never mind. An Invis Ring for Cuckoo. I'm surprised they haven't attempted to try and gank this Tinker. They actually let the Tinker get quite a lot out of this lane. And he's going to be able to build into BOTs quite fast.
Yeah, I feel like they're just, they know that Disruptor is gonna do someone. Even though Spirit Breaker is pretty good against... Even though Spirit Breaker is pretty good against Tinker, if he lasers you, you're not going to be able to have those bashes, right? He has level 3, like, charge?
Oh dear, Kinetic Field won't be there. They could actually chase this, but Tinker, he's going to try get the trade. Ooh! Oh! Level 3 into the bash from 1437.
Send you beyond this plane.
You don't spell 17%? Alright. Easy kill. The turnaround though, and this way, you know, at least Tinker gets some gold. What did he buy? He actually... Yeah, what did he buy? What is... Oh, he actually bought a bottle. Okay, I thought he was going for the, you know, BOT's rush. Oh, he cancelled his TP!
Is under attack.
Yeah.
Lots of wasted time. Bottom lane, they're gonna charge again for the Brewmaster. Can't get in time for the reflection.
Dire structures are fortified.
They're forcing this tower here.
I mean, I guess that TP was made in China because it did not work out for Tinker at all. And anyways, bottom, you know, bottom is still very intense. Like, they're putting a ton of pressure here into Brewmaster, but he's still gonna get a pretty timely level 6. Same for Nyx Assassin, but he is behind in terms of EXP.
Yeah, they try lane for a little bit, so that's quite expected. But Nyx is also getting, I mean, quite a bit of CS. Man, now kind of afraid in the nighttime. Hopefully he has Bloodlust to work with, so...
Reflection and the charge. Can 1437 get himself one more bash? The taunt again, he's like, see ya later. Bye. Next time, they have the shrine to go back to as well.
Oh no.
Yeah, one thing that a lot of people don't notice is that the clap, how's it called?
Thunderclap?
Yeah, the thunderclap slows attack speed. So it actually slows attack speed by a lot. So it's a pretty good hero against Terrorblade here.
Hold on, Nana could actually end up dying here. Zeus is on the way. They have the kinetic field. Trying to go for the turnaround kill again onto Tim's. He has a laser. Popping the stick charge is gonna be okay. But never mind, the right click out from Tim's. And now can they get the kill here? Jabs will find 1437. Could actually find Tim's as well. He needs to... Oh, the crit? What? And now Cuckoo, he wants to get the zap here into Jabs. Chasing after him, but he will salve up. Yeah, this crit is stupidly strong. 230% damage.
Yeah, and they're actually being super lucky. All these fights, it feels like Mineski is always warding during the fights to get more vision. But Zeus already took 2 wards down in a spam of like 2 or 3 minutes. So that's one of the benefits of Zeus you usually don't talk about. Later to take wards. These top tier teams, they always ward during team fights so that they can always go for those kills. And Zeus kind of messes with that quite a lot.
And he's a good hero, like you said, for controlling vision. I'm waiting for some of those global ganks, because one thing we also haven't mentioned yet is when Nyx gets level 6, with Thunder God's Wrath, Zeus is always going to be able to provide an assist, or Sam H can give the kill to the Zeus, which means he gets, you know, extra kill here and there, pretty much like an invoker in that aspect.
Yeah. That's true. And Zeus is doing quite well. I had Tinker, which is good. And curious to see when they're going, when they're gonna go with the. Oh, actually, they're going with the Vendetta gank. Right?
They're eyeing Nana. They want Nana.
There's oh yeah, they saw him.
Yeah, they have a sentry. Creeps. Sam H. All right, so they're gonna have to try and figure out where the sentry is.
Oh,
Charge is still coming in. They want to commit for this. With the lightning bolt, they could get the slow out here. Sam H has already gone under the tower. They're going to try and chase. Kinetic Field to trap him in place. Traps one. Carapace is there. Starting up the Tinker. Double Impale. Beautiful stuff here from Sam H. And he's going to find Ninja Book. They try to turn around for the Zeus here. Mushi's in for the party as well. Spawnbot Hammer and the Drunken Haze. Goodbye, Zeus. Broken. There goes my brother. And I hear a Sunder being used. What? Okay, never mind. Heard that wrong. But Jabs ends up going down to Tim's. They have a Primal Split. They could actually end up going here for Raven. Never mind, Mushi's just gonna end up clearing this double stack of Ancient Creeps. Yeah,
it's quite rare to see a man rotating, but they kill Zeus because of
charge away.
Quite mindful Mushi. Nice.
I mean, Sam H could still end up going to a regen rune, or even TN. Yeah, 1437 could pick that up. Casual region, we're just waiting.
And you know what? I really like Raven. He TPs to the top lane. He sees that everyone is like in the mission area. And okay. I thought he was gonna pressure the tower, but anyways, he can farm this area kind of a contested since everyone spent TP. That's always good as a.
Yeah, like you said, now he's pushing this tower top. He's trying to put some pressure onto it. They do get the Tinker snipe again, and we already mentioned from the draft, this is an extremely hard Tinker game. Look at all those counter picks, and Tim's not like this. Oh, the tether away! Never mind the glimpse.
Oh, there was one.
Yeah, he was dead anyways. If he got away from that, that was like, I don't know, one super MVP play. And almost a blink dagger up for Ice. They want to try and go for a trade of their own. They know Sam H is there, who's now showing his face on around the tier 1 tower.
Pretty much gonna trade towers. There's no TP ready for Raven. Maybe with a relocate. But they don't have relocate. That's gonna be a trade of towers.
Alright, so 86 and 9 minutes in, they should be able to get this tower. Popping the God Strength for this huge commitment. I see a charge coming in from 1437. They pass by an Invis Rune as well. Boogie will actually get the stun in the nick of time. Cuckoo will get the Invis Rune. But behind the tier 1 tower, Sam H looking for the stun. And getting the impale. Never mind, nice sidestep from Nana, but the lightning is coming out. You cannot run from heaven. Chase, and down you go, getting 1 kill. Primal Split's gonna be used, trying to find Tims at least. Cycling up 1 into the air. They want to try and get the kill here. They do get the stun. Tims will end up going down. 1 kill here for Ninja Boogie. Trying to chase after Cuckoo, the Arc Lightning, and Cuckoo will find it. Maybe thinking about going here with Sam H. Might even be able to get the 2nd kill as well. Cycling up into the air into the Zeus. Ice. Thunderclap gets 1 kill. Charge is now coming in from the back. 1437 and together with Cuckoo. Can he actually get the trades here? Thunderclap is still on cooldown for a bit. Here comes Mushi. Stormbolt Hammer. Only into 1437. Oh, the taunt away. Never mind. You cannot taunt him like that. Not like that. Cuckoo gets the double. And Mushi will have to back off. He doesn't want to be anywhere near that. And while that was happening, Raven just free farming the top lane. Easy.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of farm. Considering he was against a Brewmaster, I'm quite impressed of Wolf Farm right now. And he went for the early Hood of Defiance, huh? You rarely see that. But so much burst magic. He can farm the jungle without losing any HP now as well. So that's a bonus.
Alright, so he's gonna clear this big ancient stack. Oh, EXP. Craigasm. Yeah, easy for Mushi. Blink Dagger almost up as well. There's a shrine they can use. And Tinker needs to try and farm this up. Sam H is just kind of lurking around. He has eyes on Nana to help provide a charge vision if he needs to. But he's just gonna go back to the middle lane. And
okay, smoking from Tinker.
Yeah. They wanna try and invade together with Cuckoo. Invasion of privacy, and middle lane is the target. Looking for the charge onto Nana. They're gonna dive the tier 1 for this. TNC, hello, welcome to SEA Dota, because C ganks behind tier 1 towers are perfectly normal. Stormbolt Hammer comes in, Cuckoo goes down. 1437. Static Storm trapping them both. Do they have enough damage? Never mind with the lasers. Mushi gets a double. Probably gonna find the 3rd. The Glimpse back, and they will give this away. Yep, Ninja Boogie actually takes it. So 3-4-0. Big team fight there from Mineski, and a huge over-commitment there for TNC.
Yeah, they didn't know about the Ice Blink Dagger, so when they were diving, Ice blinks on Zeus, and he didn't have range to cast his spells, and he never ulted, never used the Lightning Bolt. He didn't kill anyone. That was so unfortunate. 100%, 100 move speed Zeus trying to land his spells felt pretty bad. They didn't have relocate as well, but maybe they were just overstepped their.
So just like that, this game after that, you know, the Gold Swing just went straight down. 3 heroes, and whatever narrow advantage the TNC had is now Mineski's, and you don't want to give that away, especially as to a Sven. Because Sven, you know, he has like an inbuilt Battle Fury, right? He's supposed to have the net worth advantage because he can farm up so quick. But what do you think? Like, we haven't seen Terrorblade really do anything yet. I know you said he picked up the Hood, but would you not prefer a Dragon Lance on this hero, since it does give you extra survivability?
I mean, I'm not gonna discuss with Raven. He plays a lot of Terrorblade, but if I was playing, I would probably go for the Dragonlance. There's a lot of burst damage though. It's 300 damage from the Thunderclap, a lot of damage from the Thunderstrike. There's like Ignite, the Stormbolt. I can see why he's going for it, but Yeah, I don't know. There's 2 Blink Daggers on Mineski now, and TNC just farms passively. Gonna get ganked. You see Mineski smoking right now.
Did they see the smoke? I saw the pings come out. They seem to have known about the Mushi smoke coming up. Well, whatever smoke comes out, Ayo is just dead, and he's gonna pick up that bounty rune for his trouble. So consolation prize. Using the Brewlings. Oh, they found the Terrorblade all the way inside the trees. Cyclone up into the air. Never mind. The stun is there. Stuns. He's alright. Raven trying to run into the trees. Clinic Field trapping into the Static Storm. There will be no Sunder today, sir. Not today. Not today. And Ice. They will find themselves a very big kill.
Yeah, so they didn't commit meta here. I would like to see TNC going for an aggressive play straight after Raven respawns. They're gonna have this Arcane Rune on skills as well. So they have. Oh no, they don't have the Arcane Rune
to get out of here. Times like that, you know, if you're Ice, you will miss that, or rather, you wish you had a Yosepta, I guess. But he's still happy with that.
He's going Midas, dude. That Brewmaster's gonna be buffed.
Much needed as well. And alright.
Yeah, it gets pretty hard for TNC now in my opinion. If they don't start getting kills, start getting map control, because Sven is just way better than Terrorblade. If you're even in farm, or if Sven is ahead, you're gonna have a bad time. He went for this hood that doesn't really address the biggest counter to Terrorblade. I would like to see them going for an aggressive play. There's 50 seconds on Brew Split. Brew Split is the cooldown they have.
I mean, here's the answer that you were asking for, because it looks like they want to try and get this tier 1 tower. But okay, Metamorphosis will be popped as well. I charge. Is it going to come onto the Brewmaster? Doesn't have Primal Split. Going to try and zap him down to get the stun. Can he chain stun down? Then that strike down goes Ice. Kinetic Field only trapping one for 3-7. Get the stun up as well. They need the laser. Where's the rocket? Okay, laser will be there. So down goes 1437. They're going to chase one more. The glimpse back. They actually know the next assassin is there. And the march. This will pretty much deter the push long enough. Carapace trapping up Tinker, looking for a stun perhaps. Oh, missing at the stun. And alright, they will cut down the next assassin. Static Storm's going to be down to Terrorblade. Oh, Reflection coming out, quite a fair bit of damage. And Nyx Assassin's still alive? How is he still alive? No way! Okay, will finally die. And Nana trying to run out from this. Juke under the trees, jabs into tries to score. One more hit, down he goes. 4 heroes dead. TNC have found themselves a big opening. Looking for jabs as well, but this way, 4-for-1 trade.
You know what? March, the reason he went for Hood. He can go for those pushes, and not only he has a little bit of HP regen so that he can back off a little bit and go again, but if he pops the active, he actually withstands so much damage from the March that he, as a 1k HP Terrorblade, he can actually attack. If you go Dragonlance, yeah, you have 10 strength, that's 200 HP, that's not enough to withstand the March. So I guess that's why he for it, and we saw it working pretty well. He was able to withstand the March early on without like a BKB or something.
Indeed, and I'm surprised that Mineski lost that fight. Actually, no, hold on, I take that back. I'm not that surprised, because TNC... Oh wait, hold on. They may have found Sam H here. They have the glimpse back.
Yeah, they did.
But I feel like, you know, Sam H, he stayed alive for as long as he did. That was big. It looks like he's about to create more space. Dustin's just expired, but he doesn't have...
He's gonna have another Carapace.
Okay, for the stun. I mean, that's space created, right? That's a lot of space created.
Carapace? Oh, he gets stunned.
Yeah, that's on cooldown. And meanwhile, in the 1437,
that was pretty good.
It was. He bought like what, 40 seconds of time. Now to get the D ward out from Tim's as well.
And now Ice is out of mana. Okay, they're gonna use the Shrine. Are they going for a smoke here? Yeah, they're going for a smoke straight away. They have the Brew Split again, so they also know there are 2 heroes dead. And find that Zeus. He's dead.
Oh, hold on, the Wrath of Nature.
Nice ult.
Immediate retreat coming out from Cuckoo. And Mineski will try to make their way quickly to the tier 2 tower to try to find that 1 kill. But no. Good game sense coming out from Cuckoo. It seems like they knew what was going to happen.
Great. I mean, they wasted a smoke for Thunder's God Wrath that wait for see. Other heroes are alive. They're gonna have Metamorphosis again. I'm not sure if they want to go straight up against Mineski when they have Brew Split. They don't know, but Mushi spent both. Nice.
And you know, Tinker, he is catching up in net worth. He had a very, very bad lane basically. 1 and 5. Actually, hold on, I'm looking around here. 3 and 6, sorry. Nyx Assassin's 1 and 5.
Still not very good for a Tinker.
Yeah, it's still not very good. So he's gonna catch up though, because he is slowly as you can see, not so slowly, but gently catching up with Zeus and net worth. And with his global farming presence, he's actually gonna scale much better unless the Zeus somehow gets more kills built into the Aghanims for the Nimbus. Already has the Kaya.
I like his build. I feel like you need 4 staff here, and Kaya is so much value right now. Oh, another. No, what? Oh no, he was just lighting boating here. They find that observable. Oh, they didn't. It's actually Mineski. Didn't find a ward.
Yeah, they don't know about that ward.
Yeah, he did pretty close. Well, anyways, what are they waiting here? They have BKB on Sven. Oh, dude, that's go time. Yeah, that's go time. Yeah, Bo3.
What are the odds that Cuckoo just presses R and it's like, guys, they smoked up, let's back off. That would be the total disaster.
Let's see.
I mean, yeah, you have to see, right? They use the scan. They know that there's one hero behind that tier 1 tower. But look at the positioning from TNC. They seem to know what's going on, and if they can, they will like to avoid using the Wrath of Nature to discover a smoke. Regen rune. Give it to Mushi. Oh, they might find the Zeus here. Zeus. They're pinging out. Oh, they know the smoke broke. He immediately got out. Never mind. Cuckoo's breaking another smoke. Oh my god. First it was the Wrath. You know, using Wrath of Nature to break smokes is just overrated at this point. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. Yeah, he just walks in, right? Just walks in, breaks the smoke, and they were like, Nyx Assassin was here, guys.
That's not good. They spanned 2 smokes in a span of like 2 minutes, and they're not able to use their ults. They're not able to fight early. Sven went for BKB, so he's not farming as I want to have. But I feel like they're gonna go for a push here. The BKB is quite hard for TNC to contest Mushi. So let's see if they're gonna trade towers. Bottom lane. It feels like yeah, he already backpacks.
Alright, so yeah, I think they can do this. They have the charge coming in onto Mushi. Are you sure? Yeah, they can glimpse it back. The Static Storm's going to be used. They found Sam H. That's a Static Storm wasted. But once again, space created from Sam H. He will go down. And here comes the rest of TNC coming in. Big damage being done. Primal Split's going to move out. They're cycling up the root terribly to their Thunder God's Wrath going to fly out. Can he get the stun into 1 for 3-7? You know, Raven's really big. He's coming big and angry with the Metamorphosis. He's trying to get the trade out here. Lightning Bot and boom. Bash from 1437. 2 for 1 trade. Cycling up into the air one more time. They want to try and get Tim's. Can they find him though? Okay, Ice.
Dude, they're gonna Roshan out of this. They're gonna Roshan. Mushi took so much damage he didn't want to BKB. I'm not sure if they're gonna Roshan, but maybe they can take their 2. Mushi took so much damage he didn't want to BKB. He was kind of low in HP. He didn't want to risk trying to get back into the fight, and that was pretty unlucky. Mineski, they had such a good power spike there. The B, they were pushing. They didn't take tier 2, and TNC ends up ahead when I feel like they shouldn't. It was a great play from the Nyx Assassin, as you said. He just wastes pretty much the Static Storm, and he's creating a lot of space.
Yeah.
So like TM.
Like every single time, he's just gone straight to the back line. He's caused so much distraction that Mineski will overcommit onto him, and they can't ignore the Nyx Assassin as well, because if you leave him alone, he's gonna find a very good impale. He's found great impales, like even earlier on, around this part of the map, where they actually he found a 2-man impale, which pretty much set up the 3 kills, which they got. So, I mean, what do? They have no answer for the Nyx Assassin, and I'm starting to get bad memories on why Nyx Assassin was banned out so much at TI.
Yeah, and he did not get any nerfs, pretty much. Still 5 armor, I guess the changes. Now they're going for no Metamorphosis. They can get this. But the cooldown of Bruce Split is pretty much the cooldown of
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is it? Hold on, Thunder God's Wrath is 90 seconds. Brewmaster Split is 120. They do get the stun into 1 for 3-7. Looks like they're gonna try and get him off. Okay, never mind. Sam H. Alright, Impale. They will find Brewmaster. He has a Primal Split, and then the strike's gonna be used. They wanna try and chain him down, but the Static Storm's gonna come out, zoning them out, and the Primal Split will actually be able to get off. They wanna go straight for Tim's. They wanna bring him down. They have to glimpse back. Who will they find? Alright. Never mind. What the heck? Ayo. is dead to Ice. They know it. They found Raven.
He tethered as he was being sent back, and I feel like he managed to
break it.
Now
Hello, BKB. Alright, Mushi. Yeah, you're not running away from this, are you? He's gonna try and chase Cuckoo down to force stab away, but the right clicks from Raven is just too strong. The whole time, very healthy, top of the net worth, and just like that, it seems like Mineski won the fight, but they lost a core, and TNC lost 2 supports.
Yeah, they did lose tier 1 mid, but I feel like Mineski should be winning these fights more, but it always feels like Nyx Assassin is just bothering them so much that the Disruptor is never able to static storm the Terrorblade so that Sven can actually finish him out. And Terrorblade is actually ahead of Sven, something that usually doesn't happen, but Mushi went for that BKB, and Raven, even though he went for the Hood of Defiance first, is just farming more than him. So it's gonna be hard, because if you have more farm than Sven as a Terrorblade, you can start kiting him with items like Hurricane Pike or the Scotty that he's getting pretty close to. And then it starts getting pretty hard, especially if you went for this BKB first and the charges start to.
One thing also I think which will be very big next is if Mushi completes their Daedalus. And I'm not so sure about the Scotty thing, but if they find the right jump. I mean, I totally agree with your point about saying the Nyx Assassin is creating so much space. They're wasting the Static Storm when they desperately need it for Raven, because they lack a lot of stuns to control this Terrorblade. I mean, they have their fair share of stuns, but I still feel like they could have used more just to deal with this Terrorblade.
They have control for him with the Bruise Split. Usually Ice is just like lifting him up, so he's not dealing damage, but they're not killing him as well, so that's not the best. I would like to see him maybe lifting the Zeus and killing Terrorblade, but they never are able, as you said, they're never able to static storm
the right targets. So Mushi's actually going for a quick Assault Cuirass next after the Crystallis, and okay, I think this is good because he's holding on to see whether they need the Bloodthorn. The Assault Cuirass can help the team in general.
Terrorblade is not going for BKB, at least it feels like right now, so it's always a good item. They don't have any dispels on the side of C, no carbs. Always a good idea. Always good to be able to go, especially because in the late game Sven starts lacking mana. There's this Nyx Assassin just mana burning you. Mana regen.
So now we're gonna see things quieten down a bit. You know, they want to build them to their next items, and tier 2 tower still standing middle lane for TNC, so they don't have to worry like Mineski, who don't have a tier 2 tower. And if they lose one more team fight, this way TNC can just push down the middle. And we all have seen what a Terrorblade can do, how fast he sieges. He already has the Eye of Skadi complete. Skadoosh. Now they want to smoke up, I think. They are waiting. They use the scan. We haven't actually seen a relocate, have we?
Yeah, we're actually right. We didn't see any relocates. They're usually fighting as 5 from the beginning, which is good when you're facing the likes of Sven. Sometimes the relocate is just not fast enough to follow up because it's just gonna burst anyone. But now they have to prove it once.
Could be a bit rough. Cuckoo in this rune about to expire, went back into the Etherlands. I mean, at this point, it's more about playing around the Terrorblade, right? Even Zeus at this, he didn't go for a Midas or anything, so he can't really scale to the late game. But if he gets level 25, you know, that plus 170 arc lightning damage is going to start doing a lot of work. You know, this talent is great against Mega Creeps as well. So, this is a hero which doesn't really need that many items, but it is going to do quite a lot with levels.
I like the cast range talent too, honestly. Because you can force step for allies from super far away. You can also use Lightning Bolt to cancel, especially when you don't have Aghanim Scepter.
Ooh, they broke the smoke. Immediate blink out. Yeah, they were paying attention to that. And now immediately, look at Mineski running all the way to the high ground of Flip. Thunder God's Wrath going to be used, and because they're on the other side, you know, scouting Thunder God's Wrath, they're still going for it apparently. Yeah, they want to go. They want to fight? Never mind, they're just going to push out the middle wave. And this way, Mineski will just dodge this. They don't feel confident of fighting into this very, very strong Terrorblade.
Yeah, it's quite risky because they don't have buybacks on both carriers. Terrorblade, oh actually, yeah, he's farming his now, but when they finish Kari, They didn't have... Dude, this Terror Blaze farm is so fast. Right. I feel like the problem with Mineski is that Tinker is such a hungry hero, right? He gets so many resources from the map that Mushi, even if he wants to, can't farm in the same speed as Terrorblade since he has a Zeus. Zeus farm is way...
Oh, they get a stun immediately, gonna tear apart Cuckoo! And that was the buzzer for his death. Tims actually did try for the defensive relocate.
Be wasted.
I think he's gonna try for the TP trick out.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's dead now. He's gonna accept his fate. 2 kills at last, and they will go for more. Cyclone up there, found the Terrorblade. This could be a disaster if they can chain the stuns. Perfect. Static Storm's gonna be thrown out as well. Looking for the charge. 3-man impale coming out from Sam H, keeping Raven alive. Tims and Cuckoo will buy back. They will turn this around. Multiple right clicks. Down goes Ice, and now they're going for more. Tims bringing down jabs. Raven with the double. They will try to find Mushi. Blink forward to the north, but no. Sam H once again with those plays. Using the spell shield. They want a courier snipe. It only cost them 2 buybacks.
Roshan. After those buybacks, they won Roshan. Or some buybacks from Mineski, but the only hero that has is Brewmaster, and he already split, so it's gonna be an easier one.
Man, this is amazing stuff coming out. TNC, I mean, the Zeus buyback isn't exactly the biggest loss right there. And if they get the Aegis away, giving it to Cuckoo, maybe, you know, this is pretty big. And TNC, they have the tools to break another tier 2. Once again, Sam H, the MVP, the MV mother trucking P right there, man.
Dude, Io's level 15. He has eggs. Zeus doesn't need to farm eggs because bonus. He can just tether.
Oh.
Yeah, tether Zeus. He uses the ult, whatever. Then you wait the cooldown and do it again.
You could use it on the Nyx as well. Super
he was burrowed during that Roshan.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, but he doesn't have an axe. And then now that you reminded me, okay, get the Carapace. The relocate's coming in right on top of Moon. Are you afraid of the dark? You should be. So just like that, they get themselves a very nice pick off.
We see a line here. Owned by play.
What is happening here, Bowie? I mean, we're gonna see some great stuff coming out. I mean, we talk. You know, people always mention 7.07 making Dota fun. I don't know. I feel like IO eggs, TNC are onto something here.
It's just I was like, I mean, eggs is so good. Why is Zeus keeping it? But then I remembered. IO actually gives you eggs, and it's good because he can itemize with more damage, more range with the Aether Lens, and still has the eggs anyway.
And now it feels like Mineski are on the back foot. The advantage does go the way of TNC now, and their gold graph is so erratic. And despite having all these spells, these team fight spells, they are so worried because TNC are beating them in a draft which is supposed to be played to their advantage.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is... I'm not gonna blame Nana here, but this is just the effect of Tinker in general. He gets so much resources from the map, and I feel like in the normal games, then definitely. But Mushi just doesn't have many places to farm, and he's also afraid of that Spirit Breaker, the relocate, so he's not playing as a normal strategy. Oh, okay. Invis rune.
It's very difficult for them to try and make anything happen here. You know, Tinker has the eggs, so maybe if they pick the right kind of fight, you know, then that's big for them. But they haven't been able to control the vision as they would have liked. Mushi's still hiding. They don't have vision as well. I don't think they... Oh, this could be big because they don't know about this.
But they have BKB.
Rumble Split's gonna be used, jumping straight to the back, but the Blink Juke! Raven's gonna try and man-fight Mushi, but the Nether Strike's gonna be used onto Mushi, and he will have to run away from this. Samich will get Glimpse back. They have a sentry there, but will Samich end up going down? No, no, no. Raven says, I'm gonna fight. Come on, fight me! That's right, we go for the Earth Brewlings, and looks like we might end up dying here. Can they take care of the Fire Spirit first? Yes, they can. And now they can take care of the Earth Brewling. Down it goes, never mind, missing the stun just barely. And Ice has with the Blink out. They found a lightning bolt as well. Can make his way to this time in the shrine. Nope. Down he goes. Raven will pick that up. And just like that,
dude, they can
Oh, they can go high ground. There's no primal split, no god strength.
Yeah. No BKB. They have buyback on Aegis, but doesn't really matter.
Chargers coming in just to buy some space. Look at Raven go to work on this tower like a Lego block. Stun comes out. Down goes Zeus. Instant buyback from the Brewmaster. They have to try and fight this, but look at the Tinker. If the Tinker dies here, this could be it. Never mind. Oh, one more
Where's
hit.
the Nimbus? Where's the
Lasers,
Nimbus?
man. Lasers. Sam H gonna be still kept alive by the Tims. Now they get one stun onto Cuckoo. Charges coming in. The Static Storm comes up, but pushing them out. Oh dear. Looking for the lasers. Never mind. Raven's gonna hold his ground. He can't even get the Thunder Rub. Almost. And he will end up dying. And Mineski hold the high ground. Sam H, do they have a stun? Do they have anything? Looking for it. No, the Stormbolt Hammer's not gonna be there. And neither does Ninja Boogie have the cast range. It's gonna cost them 2 for 1, which was the Brewmaster buyback.
I don't know, dude. I feel like they overplayed their cards here. They wanted to zone everyone so that Raven could attack the tower, but there was no God Strength. But Brewmaster was dead anyways. Yeah, they had the Aegis, but you know, Zeus is not the hero that really soaks a lot of damage, so they just like thrown the Aegis away. Zeus was badly positioned. At the same time, they don't want to tether Zeus so that he can use Nimbus. They want to save Terrorblade. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure they're gonna have to buy back on Raven, but they give Mineski time to breathe. Mineski is a great team, dude. You don't want to give that.
But here we are, I mean 35 minutes in. TNC and Mineski still neck for neck, fighting for a clear advantage in this game. It just feels like Mineski have not been as dominant, seeing as, you know, it was the same against Fnatic as well. They were 2-0 up but lost 3-2. And now here we are again against another C team, TNC. And they're struggling 1-1.
One thing to point out is the Tinker went BKB. You rarely see that. He feels there's no real way to give it those here without BKB.
I mean, he has no choice, right? Because with all these lockdown spells, even with the Nyx Assassin as well, you need to go for the BKB. So, much needed item. Actually, he looks like he may get hunted down here. There was an Arcane Rune popping in. He's going to try and blink out. He needs to blink out one more time. The laser's going to fly out with the lasers. Can he get it up? Oh dear. He's actually going to escape from this. Looking for a turnaround. Wow, Nana getting
he's
Tim.
in the lane. He's gonna die. He's gonna die.
Blink away. They're trying to save him. They can save him. The Drunken Haze is going to be there. They're going to pop the Primal Split for this. Has TNC just overextended? Mushi taking care of Cuckoo. They're going to find the third. The Glimpse back. And they will find 1437 Savage looking for the 1 kill. It will be the Nana snipe. Never mind. Oh dear. Static Storm's going to be thrown down. Savage going to blink all the way to the north. All the way inside the trees. They're going to try to look for him. And all these wards, they cannot find the Nyx Assassin.
They baited that Tinker so hard. Everyone was trying to kill him, and they were able to. They had no vision of other heroes, so they felt like that was a free kill, and that was not. And now there's Mushi's man with BKB ready to attack this tower. Terrorblade is going for some sort of play here. Let's see if they can trade towers.
He's gonna try and force them back. Look at the tier 3 tower. He has a double damage. Yeah, they're gonna give that away. Fortification's gonna be forced out. Tinker will buy back, so at least he can take care of the lasers. Never mind, staying away from the illusions. The illusions still do pretty decent damage. Oh dear, immediate buyback. What can they do? Spraybreaker's gonna try and keep them in place. Raven BKB will TP back. And over in the back, alright, Mushi just crits down 1 for 3-7. It will be a Rax for Rax trade. Immediate get out
that was a great outcome considering how much TNC overstepped their banners there.
Indeed. And Mineski will actually have a 5,000 gold advantage. For the first time in this game, someone has a big advantage. Or slightly bigger advantage, I think.
Okay, now this game is hyped, dude. It's anyone's game. They have 2 tier 2s on the side of TNC, so that's good for them. They really need to keep an eye on this tier 2 so that hard for Mineski to punish them.
No,
if they die like that, Sven can.
Bowie, I disagree, man. This game, you were saying it was Mineski's from the beginning, man. you don't change. You don't take that back. I was saying TNC actually will take this. You know, I'm like Team TNC, you're Team Mineski right there. So this is like civil war between the casters, right? Whoa.
I would like to see more Nimbus being used. We saw that one when they started chasing Tinker, but they
Smart money.
quite a lot.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now going for Lincoln Sphere on Zeus, Terrorblade going. I really like the Hurricane Pike choice.
Oh, they're gonna chase here. The charge, the glimpse back. They're gonna try and save the Zeus. Wow, 1-2. Down he goes. Can they kill Raven? They pop the BKB. They have to kill the Terrorblade. Kill the Terrorblade. Never mind, they want to go straight for Tim's first instead. 1-2. He also goes down. Mushi with the double. The impale onto 3. BKB up from Nana. Can he go and try and get a couple of kills here? They are looking for the Cyclone up into the air. Have they found the Terror Blade? There is no buyback on Zeus or Ayo. This could be it. The Stormbolt Hammer flies in. Can he kill Raven? He has a Sunder. The chain stuns. Can he do it? Once again, the triple stuns. Oh no, Mushi's dead. And once again, Sam H with the plays. Alright, there we go. An immediate TP out from Nana. Mineski overstepped their boundaries one more time. Sam H, the hero of the day. They will find the Brewmaster as well. Brew gonna get stunned up. Sam God, right there, man. Sam God. How many times did he get 3-man impales?
Oh, they're gonna find Jabs as well. He has no TP? He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead. Oh, what a disaster.
Kill for Raven. Roshan is up. No buyback on 2 heroes for Mineski. But I'm not even sure if they go Roshan. With Ayo being ready, maybe he can heal that Terror Blade and they can take bottom lane. Maybe they just force buybacks and then go Roshan. There's a lot of plays they on the belt.
Nana's trying to cut the creep wave, but this creep will die. And it's okay, you know, another creep wave is on the way. Oh wow, you talked about saying that this game is so hype it can go anybody's way. I don't think any of us saw that coming. It looked like Mineski had the perfect jump onto TNC.
Yeah. Zeus died with no buyback at the beginning, didn't ult, didn't do anything. You know, that BKB dude, it's getting low duration. So there was TNC probably impaled him at least twice through that fight. And it was a 3 and a 4-man impale. It's crispy. Well done.
Cool. And just like that, TNC about to take that Aegis. Scan will be used, making sure that Mineski weren't in the way. So, alright, Aegis will be picked up by Raven this game. This is the hero who deserves it. The hero, which is so hard to kill, and but then again, that hero was so hard to kill because you had Sam H using for the Carapace, trying to catch him. Oh, won't find the Tinker. Never mind. He's gonna try and blink out the charge. They want to try and find him, but now he's immediately blinked out.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
I'm curious to see whether this man is gonna. Yeah, so he goes for the butterfly. Okay. It's harder to kill.
It is, and
but no buyback.
And this is why I said, like, as Sven, you probably would have wanted the Bloodthorn. That extra damage probably could have helped out a lot, especially for enabling your team. But now, you know, you have to ask yourself, if you're Mushi, which item do you get rid of to go into an MKB? And you still want to pick up travels. Whew,
I'm not even sure he's going MKB. I feel like he can't. He just finished the butterfly, so he's not really getting ripped of Assault Cuirass or Daedalus or BKB. Maybe if he just go bootless, he has Bloodlust, but even then I feel like he won't be able to get him.
Man. Yeah, I can see that happening, but the thing, okay, with the butterfly, it will help out just a tiny bit. I don't know, I'm so skeptical on this right now. Like, I don't even know what to say because this game is so hard to itemize. This game is so hard to play at the moment. It's so intense. We have 42 minutes in. This is our closest game of this entire series thus far. And this is the deciding game. Don't forget, guys, it's only a best of 3, not a best of 5. Only one team will emerge victorious here from this game.
Dire's top shrine is under
That's
attack.
true. And now they have this tier 2, the tier 2 top. So they're ignoring it, going now toward the bottom lane.
They are smoked out, going in for the quick stun. They find the Spirit Breaker, won't even need the God Strength. And without 1437 for 70 seconds, the Courier Snipe. Alright, Ayo makes something happen. Sam H will TP out, and this way Mineski, have they found an opening? That's the question, but their tier 2 towers still standing despite having the Aegis.
Top shrine is under attack.
Nah, they didn't. They're just buying time, and they used the smoke for that. And they just got Roshan. I feel like that's not enough. TNC will be able to wait 50 seconds and go again. Unless they get another pick. But TNC plays well. Just play conservatively. They should be able to get everyone alive and go straight up the bottom lane.
Alright.
No smoke. This is tough. Mineski, I don't know what he can do.
It's very hard to decide for smoke ganks. Let's take a look at general itemization, like between everybody. Jabs is missing some items. Ninja Boogie doesn't have items as well. He did go with the Pike. And I don't know, it's very difficult to play this game as a disruptor as well because of how much Sam H is doing.
Dire's
And you've got a
top
very
shrine
tanky hero
is
like 1 for
falling.
37 who now has the
Radiant's
cheese
middle
and a
tower
halberd,
is under
which means
attack.
that Sven is going to have extremely tough time.
Yeah.
I mean, this game...
The halberd's a great pick.
Is it? Okay, yeah.
Especially with the BKB being so...
Yeah, you can't dispel it anymore, right? Yeah. So... I don't know, even like Brewmaster this game, you see... Usually you would like him to go into that Radiance, which he usually goes for, but in this case he might need to go for a Hex after the BKB, if we even get there. But the smoke gang coming out, smoke rotation, this would be perfect. They have a double damage as well on Terrorblade. This could be the last team fight.
Oh my god. This is gonna be painful.
Flank maneuvers
the
coming
only
in,
thing they
Savage,
can
he has
abuse
been
is
spotted
the-
out. They find him. Raven, they want to go, there's a charge going on, going straight to the backline, they want to try and isolate Mushi, but Raven would just tear apart jabs. Can they kill him off? The Primal Split's going to be used, Raven with the double damage, and the Illusion's going to chase. 1-4-3-7, the miss, Mushi can't kill him. Miss, the cheese is going to be popped, cycloned up into the air. They know which one is the real Terrorblade, but it's okay. They're going to try and hunt him down. Can they do it though? Tinker needs to come back in. Mushi will finally bring down 1437. Raven popping the BKB. Mushi will probably end up dying here. Wants to kill Tims, but Tims will actually get out. Oh my god. And Raven will destroy Mushi as well.
Dire's middle barracks
3-4-1.
is under attack.
And TNC have just
The
found
only
big
luck
opening.
for Mineski is the creep wave. The creep wave and the tier 2. Everyone was positioned top exactly because of it. Now they probably won't be able to use Metamorphosis to the tower, but I feel like they can just go in without meta. And Mineski is gonna be forced to buy back Sven. And 40 seconds for Godstrap. This feels
Aegis just expired, but I don't think they care. They're going straight to the tier 3 tower. Mineski needs to hold. They need the Tinker to make some serious defensive plays here. Laser missiles coming out. Nimbus to try, but alright. Good attempt. Ice is popping the BKB with the Drunken Hate coming going into Raven lasers, but the Thunder comes out. Alright, and just like that, Mineski still hold, and this game will continue to drag on even longer. This continues, but the bright side is, Mineski didn't have to use the Mushi buyback.
Yeah, he is maxed out though, so it doesn't change all that much. But the real thing is gonna be the next rope shot. Pressure shard on Terrorblade, dude. That's pretty good. I'm gonna tell you that. Double BKB, double Metamorphosis, so it doesn't matter if you fight like they did outside of the case.
Oh, Thunder God's Wrath, they want to get the stun here, they actually find the Impale. The real kid's coming in, Tinker is actually going to end up dying here. Their BKB will be for absolutely nothing. He has buyback, but still, that was a real kid used. Very, very worth it. Good stuff coming out here from TNC.
They're gonna go. Gonna force buyback, at least.
Indeed. So, Tinker's nightmare game. Nana had some sick plays earlier on. He's farmed up, but I'm not sure at this point what else he can do.
Shrine is under attack.
Probably wishes he had that Hex instead of the Shiva's God.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you want the like more AoE damage to destroy the TB illusions, slow him down a little bit, but it's a tough game. Okay, tower, not lost it.
And Raven can just hit the tower. Look at that tower fall. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
The tower
Very easy
red.
done.
Look at the red.
Going into the backline one more time. He still has the Primal Split. Raven, he's just going to hold his ground, looking for the Nether Strike. They might even actually be able to kill Brewmaster off here. Never mind. Now he gets the Primal Split off, trying to push this all the way to the max. The buyback from the Tinker will come out, and TNC would try to disengage together. But they want to try and get this out. Shiva's God, maybe? Never mind. Going to Glim's back. They have found one. It will be 1-4-3-7, and he will actually die. TNC will just back out of here, but Cuckoo's still hanging around. Looks like they want to find their Brewmaster Panda. The split is about to expire in just a bit. They have the blink stun if they're going to use it, but never mind. Immediate blink up from my size, and TNC will be happy with just getting a tier 3 tower and a buyback out from Nana at least.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
There was no God Strength, but the Metamorphosis is ending, and they don't want to push their luck. Both teams push pretty hard, so if you
Dire's bottom shrine
just overextend. I mean, after all, this is a final, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just decide. See, they're struggling so much to get finally go for a major or a minor. They really want this. Playing, respecting Mineski as they deserve.
And once again, that gold graph just going back in favor of TNC. I mean, I know usually at this point gold isn't usually that big of a factor. Roshan will be up in 2 minutes. But still, the way this game has been, so intense, dude. And Bowie, what a game theory. Like, right now, I can't even tell who has the advantage, even though TNC have the slight edge.
Yeah, TNC has the map advantage, but it's anyone's game. TNC disrespects Mineski. If suddenly that Sven gets a 3-man Stormbolt, they can just force buybacks and the game is even. He actually didn't went for the Stormhammer dispels enemies. He went for lifesteal, which is, I mean, you don't need to get a lifesteal item on Sven, but as you said, it feels like without MKB, he's struggling to, you know, look like that Sven that jumps and gets a kill straight away. He has 14 kills, but he doesn't feel that dominant. Would you agree with me?
I totally agree with you there, which is why I said that maybe he went for the Assault Cuirass first, so that the Crystalist, at least you could try to upgrade it into a Bloodthorn. So this way you kind of enable everyone else, and you just want the utility silence as well onto the Terrorblade. Like, you know, BKB cooldown, so BKB durations are extremely short right now. 5 seconds, you could have waited that out, instead of going for a full commitment fight. So, I don't know, I mean, it's always up for debate, and it's just us casters speculating, but I know, I still hold my opinion on that. So TNC, they're just going to play around this next Roshan, which will be up in 30 seconds. And Mineski trying to Glimmer Cape in, looking to scout things out. Both teams are perfectly aware of what's happening. You know, the bright side is Tinker can pretty much push up the wave. But Mushi,
Yeah,
will wait in.
I'm a big fan of the level 2 travels in these late game situations. It's pretty good for Tinker.
Getting the stun up.
He can make it.
Oh dear, BKB up from the Brewmaster already. Not like this. And without, they don't know about the BKB being popped.
Now
like
Roshan's
that,
gonna spawn. Ah, they don't know. Okay, but Roshan's gonna spawn. Let's see which team's gonna find it out first.
But Sam H, she spots a double damage bottom lane. They're picking it out as well. If Raven picks this up, this could be the Rune of Destiny here for the Terrorblade.
Oh man.
Oh, they're going that way.
Raven.
Oh dear, do they know the Tinker? Can they find the Tinker? Never mind, they're going for a loop around. Look to Sam H to make the big plays again. Well, this is the perfect loop around. They will use the Primal Split. It's a short cooldown and Wrath of Nature. So Thunder God's Wrath will be used. And they got the double stun once again. Goodbye, Jabs. Hello. And the Primal Split is just about to expire. 14:37 will find one kill. Carepit's going to be used. And they're happy with what they got already. It looks like they will actually find the Primal Split to win the Storm Panda at least. And just like that.
Are they going for Roshan or not?
They will.
Yeah,
they will.
Roshan.
They have to.
437 pings it. So yeah, this game's gonna be slow because they're gonna get Roshan, Metamorphosis is gonna be down, but oh wait a minute. Yeah, maybe they forced the buyback.
Refresher Shard here, and Mushi just dying like that. I mean, once again, it's just the Sam H show. Two supports who cannot save Mushi. Who saves him? Definitely not Ice Ice Ice. Most certainly not the Tinker. And big openings created again by Sam H. This is the Sam H show. And I know for a while people were saying that, no, Sam H, oh no, replace him, but they stuck to their guns. And TNC are looking very strong. Just push out the bottom wave. I think they will try for the bottom lane of Rax, just to balance out the lanes.
Yeah, that would be good. They're already almost losing 1 tier 4 there. And without regen, those tier 4s feel so weak. They're always dying. You even notice it. So yeah, they draw the line. Actually, that's Mushi's going bottom. Hey, Arcane Rune spotted.
Oh, this could be pretty big for the Zeus, especially now that he has level 25 talent. Actually went for the cast range instead, like you said. And
he has Octarine. This Zeus is gonna deal a lot of damage.
I'm just looking at Terrorblade's talent, where he has 300 attack range of Metamorphosis, sieging so easily. They will smoke up 3-man smoke. We'll see what they can do. They have the relocate gank as well. Yeah, I think this is what TNC want to try.
Like your position. That's how I wanna play. You leave your big core with the IO, and they can go.
Well, the Global Thunder will be used if they can find Mushi here, getting the Thunderbolt out, looking for the stun. It's gonna miss. BKB out from Mushi immediately.
BKB forced.
They were looking for the relocate as well, but the BKB cooldown is only a minute, so they can still try to play this out very slowly. They have the Tinker to stall the game as long as they can. 53 minutes in, ladies and gentlemen, our deciding game 3, and it doesn't look like it's even going to be close to ending.
I feel like they could go. I'm not sure if it wasn't fog, so I don't know whether they saw BKB being used. But they have BKB on Terrorblade, they have even Moonshard on. He's gonna melt those structures. There's Glyph, so they don't wanna go super deep. We want to force it.
Cycling up in the air. Maybe
And
they
dude,
found the
this
view.
Brewmaster talent is so annoying.
I know.
He just keeps using it.
Minus 65 seconds, you know. By the time it's expired.
15-second cooldown.
Yeah, and by the time Primal Split's done, you know, you have it just like 20 seconds left. You just wait. He has been using that continuously. And it's off cooldown again. Just ice,
That's
ice,
pretty
ice.
hard to do.
It is, but at this point, you know, the Brewlings don't exactly do that much, I guess. I'm not sure. I mean, he has been doing his best to try and occupy 2 units, but Mushi has just been focused down so quickly every single time. And TNC have made sure that the Brewmaster is not exactly that useful.
Yeah, and you mentioned Mushi. He's going for MKB anyways, so I'm curious to see whether he's gonna give up on Trads, whether he's gonna switch the BKB after he uses it. It's not gonna be great anyways. He's going for the MKB at last. Lot of advantage.
Yeah, they're trying to split the lanes up so that this way, at least with 3 lanes pushing in, you can see that TNC can probably try to siege this bottom lane of Rax. Panda once again cycled up.
Dire's top tower is under
He's going
attack.
for it. He's going to try and get the melee Rax here. Cyclone up again into the air. Mushi has God Strength and BKB. Bloodlust about to expire onto him though. Top lane's getting rat by the Metamorphosis Illusions. And look at Raven go to work. Nice side gonna pop the God Strength here. Going to Raven, get the stun up. But the reflection.
Dire's top tower.
Alright, so the
is under
defensive relocate out again. They've gone straight to the
First
top.
up. Nice.
Very nicely done. And he's gonna be okay. He has a Sunder. He could Sunder one hero. BKB gonna be popped up to use the Sunder onto Mushi. BKB's gonna be popped. And just like that, they just get out. And he's straight back to the bottom lane. They've taken the melee, they've taken the range. 1 lane of Rax down. The Rat Dota is real on a whole new level from TNC. And Mineski have no idea what to do here.
What a play, dude. They don't even use Aegis for that. That was such a good relocate.
Refresh a shot. They want to go back for
Oh,
round
they're
2.
going again?
They're going again. He pops the refresh a shot.
Okay.
And this time he has the
There's
Scotty.
no BKB, no God Strength. That's great.
Dire's
They get the
turret
courier snipe as well. This could be a disaster. Does TNC look to break the curse? They know that there's 1 hero top, which is Sam H. Ninja Boogie will be there. They want to try and catch at least 1 hero. Carapace.
I don't know if it's refresher shard, honestly.
Goes up
They're not
to
going immediately.
But look at Mushi, his BKB has already been popped. The God Strike is coming off cooldown. But still. Alright, looking for another strike over the top lane. Looks like they found Nana one more time. Glimmercape to save this Tinker. Don't forget Tinker. Alright, he has buyback again, but looks like he will find the Tinker kill. Looks like he will have to immediately buy back from this. But Raven, he's going ham to work here. This will be it. Never mind. With the buyback up from the Tinker, do they actually do this? They have a double damage. Going to the backline. Ice going in against more. Static Storm will not matter because BKB is there from Raven. And TNC are causing Mineski to just panic. Everything being thrown out.
Did they force anything? I'd recap here. Yeah, it was a Tinker buyback. Okay. I mean, TNC is doing fine. I feel like they overplayed their hand using the refresher shard without going immediately because they could just whip it out. Like, there's no cooldowns you can abuse now with Brewmaster split cooldown. Even the BKB and God Strength.
Bowie, can we take a moment to appreciate that Terrorblade is 14,000 gold? And now he buys a refresher orb as well. I mean, 9,400 gold. They're trying to charge someone.
That's the best item.
Yeah, next assassin tried to go there
There's
to the
boots.
bronze.
Why are boots? There are boots.
Now Assault Cuirass coming out as well. Man, Raven has so many items this game. I mean, this is...
Okay, smoke. Smoke for Mineski.
Where do they want to go? That's the question. Nana's still pushing out the wave. Realized that Kaya wasn't doing that much good. And you know, even Mushi with the MKB, he hasn't been able to dish out the deeps like he would like. 14 and 5 with 527 last hits, but last hits don't win you games. Objectives do. Might bump into Sam H here, who will actually break another smoke. Where's the gem? Where's the gem? The dust is popped! And Sam H creating so much space, dodging the smoke gang.
Are scanning.
Dude, Mineski didn't have a lot of luck with their smokes during this game. I'm not sure if Sam H is just a god or if they're unlucky, but pretty much every smoke gank they ever went for was either nullified by Sam H or Thunder God's Wrath. That's kind of unfortunate. They had Aghanim Scepter on Disruptor, so they were trying to maybe find Terrorblade and kill him before he's able to pop any of his items. But now they only have the defensive plays. Glyph, they have 1 minute, so let's see.
I mean, this is just one of those games, right, where everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And Io's about to hit the level 25 talent, by the way. Tether stuns of 50 health region. A 50 health region is not something to laugh at, dude. It's basically a heart. Almost, right?
That Terrorblade is so unkillable. I feel like he... Oh. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna go for the...
You have to get the character stun up here. They found the Tinker. Oh no, the Tinker dies here. He has no buyback. 2 minutes without the Tinker. This could have been it right there. And they will go for the range racks. Now they're going to try and stall the push. Promise Smith's going to be used to get the chain stuns up. Static Storm's going to be thrown out as well. Can they bring down Raven? Nice. Yes, they can. So they do get that one big kill. Nimbus will be thrown out. Terribly advised back. He's going to TP straight in, popping the Refresher Orb as well. They want to go back in for round 2 with the Metamorphosis off cooldown. Storm Panda to throw Tim's up into the air one more time. The Ward not going to do anything to take care of it immediately. And this way, Raven just goes to work on the middle lane. Now he'll go straight to the top. Promise Smith's going to be popped as well. Raven going to take their melee barracks. They want to take this. They want to take the Megas. Alright. Can he bring 1437 down? Halberd. Nice charge into 2 heroes. This could be it as Raven does go straight for the objectives. Mushi is dead. Buyback out from Mushi. Raven would take both the melee and the range racks. It's going to be the mega creeps. What can they do? Sammy's looking for the stun, but this time he's going to miss. Not this time. Not every day is Christmas. But it's okay. One bad stun doesn't really negate the rest of the good stuns he's had this game, right? Tier 4 tower is about to fall. 1437 going for the charge again onto Mushi. They need to buy as much time as they can, but they will take the first tier 4 tower. And once again, a double stun coming out. There'll be one more dead without Mushi for 2 minutes. I think Mineski have just end up losing here. TNC, have they just do it? Yes, you can hear the chants. TNC, they will be your C representatives at MDL Macau as they beat on Mineski 2-1. What a series coming out here from TNC, and most definitely what a performance here coming out from Sam H.
They played so well. I mean, congrats to TNC. I mean, I was doubting the Terrorblade, but Raven, Terrorblade. There's a reason people banned that hero so much against him. He farmed very well, and all of his teammates enabled him. Top of course.
Indeed, man, and there was just so many good plays coming out here, but this was the Sam H story. I mean, we can both agree, right? This was, despite being 1-7, he had 27 assists.
Oh yeah. This
was the Sam H show all and out. Oh, and
he played very well, and I mean, we were doubting that Put of Defiance coming from Raven too, but it helped him in the beginning. They got some early towers, which is quite hard to do as a Terrorblade against Tinker. And they had a game plan that Io do. Usually don't think about Io when we're talking TNC, but you know, Team's proving he's a pretty good Io player.
Indeed. So congratulations to TNC once again. They will have a shot at a $300,000 prize pool at MDL in Macau, and we'll also have a shot for fighting for qualifier points. And if you guys have any feedback or if you enjoyed the cast for both of us, you can find me at Hades.tv. You can find my amazing co-caster at D2Bowie. Any shoutouts, Bowie, before we close the stream?
Oh, no. Yeah, no shoutouts. Just I'm glad to be a part of this. I mean, casting is so fun. We got some great games today. It was a pleasure, Hats. And thanks everyone from Twitch chat. It was just great.
Yep, so thank you all for tuning in once again. The tags are right there at the top right. Thank you, Bowie, for joining me. Have a good night, everyone. And what a game here on the Beyond the Summit channel. See you guys next time. Have a good night.
till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Echoing around these walls, fighting to create a song. I don't wanna miss a beat. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Here we go.